mansion, staring at the ceiling with thoughts on how to expand it. Game ain't
Yo, y'all know what time it is, man. It's your homie Railroad Gutty. I'm in from the projects with a vision of better circumstances, building from the ground up, putting that fly shit on and jumping in front of cameras. Live, what we doing, Live?
You about to get into it,
huh?
You know.
Regular shit, man. This is another episode of BarTawk.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
We got the homie, Fran from EA All-Day.
Shit.
Huh?
Shit.
Definitely in the fucking building.
Let's get it. Let's get
For
it.
this episode of BarTawk, man. What we talking? We talking community talk.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? We talking building from the ground up. You know what I mean? We talking EA all day, man. Southside of Newark, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. We got the bro up here, friend. Assalamu alaikum. Salute for coming, bro. Appreciate you coming up.
I appreciate you, fellas.
Word.
Time somebody say EA, all I think about, because I fuck with the games heavy, so all I think about EA Sports. We're in the game.
Early. Definitely. Yo, so we here. We gonna build this from the ground up. How we always do, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Fran, like give us a spill on who is Fran. Like, you know what I mean? Who is
Fran? Well, the name Fran came from Francois, because my last name is Francois. So it's kind of like chop in half, because jokers would be like Francois. Yeah. And then my bro just started calling me Fran or whatever. So it just became like a neighborhood name for me. Like, you know?
Dope.
It just naturally came. It wasn't like something I invented. It was just something that one of the bros gave me, and then everybody just started calling me Fran or whatever.
Right, that's dope.
So you tell people that's your name now, Fran?
Yeah, I tell people. Fran, I know about Francois.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fran.
Yeah,
some
we was at the
party.
party.
Meech.
Yeah, we was at the party. Somebody called you
Meech
Meech.
too. Like, yeah, Meech. People call me Meech.
Okay.
Demi, I got a bunch of so.
Word, that's dope. I
can take certain names, be like, you search, I'd be like, nah, that ain't me. You know?
Yeah. right.
That's why I stopped correcting motherfuckers. My name, you know, a lot of whatever. They say it all different type of ways. I let them say it how they want to say it. Now, I used to correct people, but now, like, he can never tell on me.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That ain't my name.
For sure. So
so that's where it came from.
All right. So born and raised on the South Side,
EA?
EA?
Born and raised on the South Side, EA.
Or what it was like coming up over there. Because I got introduced to Elizabeth Ave later, like in the, you know what I mean, when I was older, because my grandmother eventually moved over there. You know what I mean? But give BarTawk the spill on what it was like growing up over there.
I moved over
technically,
there. My mother came with me. I moved over there.
Oh yeah,
no, I left the projects. I came over there, nigga.
Hell no.
So technically, when I was born, we was actually living in the Clinton Hills section.
Okay.
On like Tillinghast.
Right.
I'm at Militant Ave. You know,
right.
Like Militant Ave, that area. We was up there. So then when I was born, we like transitioned down more to like the South Side.
Okay.
And so we was like on Watson Ave, Nye Ave, Elizabeth Ave, that whole area. But my mom always lived on Elizabeth Ave, like before I was even born. So with my older brothers and older sisters, that's where they grew up. So like they originally grew up on EA. Like I came on EA probably when I was like 4.
Okay.
Or 5 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Well, you fit in that bracket. What, you the baby?
So on Mom Duke's side, I'm the middle child. On my dad's side, I'm the baby. So it's like I'm in between both worlds. Like, yeah. So all together, siblings. Originally, it was 13 of us. Oh, now it's like 9. Yeah. So we lost a few.
Sorry for your loss, man. That's heavy though.
Yeah,
that's heavy. 13.
We were deep. Yeah.
That's heavy. That's heavy.
Damn.
That's heavy.
Like Kevin Hart. Damn.
Not like I was like growing up or whatever. It was all, you know, because of the type of activity that always went down on Elizabeth Ave and like what was associated with what it was known for. It was always like, nah, we don't, you know what I mean? Like family don't want us out there.
Right.
So it'd be times when I would be like, get up with the little, like with the bros or whatever, like, yo, you gotta come down the hill. I'd be like, damn, I could come down the hill, but I gotta stay in the buildings. I can't be outside.
Out on the strip,
yeah. Because if my brother or my sister see me, they running me off. Like, yeah, so I started being on Bergen Street after that. So like once I got older, then I started like hustling or whatever. Right. It's like, man, I'm going wherever I want now. I ain't get to this is where I'm originally from. So this is where I'm gonna be at. And then I had static with like jokers I was growing up with on Bergen.
Right.
Because they felt like I was showing favoritism, but it was like, nah, this is where I'm originally from. I'm up here because I can't go down
there.
Yeah,
for sure.
But then it was like, I didn't really like a lot of the activity that was going on. It was like, we coming up and then like I'm seeing like I always been brought up on like loyalty, you know what I mean? And don't be like disrespecting your friends.
Right.
So as I was seeing that amongst the circle, I'm like, I wasn't off of it. So it'd be like, so for like somebody get hurt or I hurt somebody hurt me, but I'm not about to sit here and watch jokers that be around each other every day violate each other. Like, come on.
What was that first off the porch experience like for you?
First,
like how old was you?
Ooh.
If you could remember.
First, wait, but what you mean by off the
porch?
You gotta tell me like what? Because I got certain. It all depends. Do you mean like off the porch where I'm like hanging outside? Off the porch with like hustling?
No, off the porch when you involved, when you
act like you grown, you moving like around, you
acting. Probably about 9.
9?
Yeah.
Damn.
9? What's the first type of thing? What's the first type of shit you got into?
Marijuana, lamb spread, and chocolate top.
Oh, you talking that talk for the you know what I'm saying? He talking that good smoke, man. You heard? He talking that good smoke right there.
So this is crazy. Let me tell you how this situation happened. So matter of fact, one of the bros who started calling me Fran, I don't want to like say no.
Yeah, for sure.
Because some of them like, so I don't want to be like.
No. That's good. Understood.
I was like young or whatever, so one of the bros like, yo, you know what I mean? You want to get money, like you got, you know what I mean? You got to sell your own shit. Ain't nobody about to be.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo. So I was saved. So this is how I used to save my money was I go to the store for people in the neighborhood, cut grass for like the neighbors. That's how I used to get my money. Hustling. Yeah, that's how I used to get my money. Or when I remember the paper stamps. So a lot of young jokers in the neighborhood, they used to be embarrassed to go to the store with the paper stamps. Not me, because I know when you trade them in, you get cash. So everybody know that I'm willing to go to the store.
Right.
Everybody mother's calling my mother like, I need your son to go to the store. Or because they kids afraid to go in the store. They embarrassed to go in the store with the food stamps.
Right.
I never was.
Right.
So that's how I used to save my money. Because they'd be like, you go to the store with the paper stamps, you keep the change. You know, they always gave you the change back in cash.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that'd be like my tuck.
Right.
So that's how I got the money up to buy the ounces or whatever. So my big bros, they like, yo, we go to, buy the joints for you.
Right.
I'm like, all right, what I gotta do?
Yeah.
They're like, don't worry about it. We got you. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want you. They were saying like, if that's really what I wanted to do. But when they saw that's really what I wanted to do, they like, all right, don't worry about it. We got you. We're gonna bring your work right. They came back with it, and I thought they was gonna beat me.
Right.
But there's my big bros, so they like, nah, I'm like, yo, I thought y'all was gonna beat me for my money.
When you saw it though, you was like, oh, like
I'm like, oh. So they like, yo, they got the baggies for me and everything.
Yeah.
He up now.
This is a bad. That was kind of like a bad influence though, but that was, that's the environment that we grow up in.
Exactly.
So people only teach you what they know.
Exactly.
Especially if you asking them for $10 and $20, it's like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
You about to get out here and get your own money. Nobody gonna keep giving you money.
You're a product of your environment.
Exactly. So that's how it started. So that was moving. But how I used to do was move it through them. So like nobody never really knew that I was doing it.
Smart.
And I go to school, so they'd be like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, we going up here, they'd go up.
What school you was in?
I was in Peshon.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in Peshon, but I used to go up to Clinton and Osborne. So that's one thing. Another thing about me, even though I was from the Southside, I always moved around.
Dope.
Yeah, I always moved around.
Dope.
And I always knew jokers because I always went to play ball in different places. I was nice.
What, basketball?
Yeah, basketball. Yeah.
You got it?
Come on, man. Yes.
I ain't never know you ball, bro.
Yeah. Oh, at that time, it was over. I was fried. I was in the streets hard.
I was fried.
I was all the way fried at that time. But I was playing ball or whatever. So it'd be like jokers to see me play. Like, yo, you nice, yo, come to our hood. So I'd be going to different hoods playing ball. That's how I got
getting connected.
No joke. That's how I was getting connected with people.
For sure.
So when jokers knew I had the weed, they'd be like, yo, like, what's up, weed? I'm like, yeah. let me get one. Like,
yeah.
But they like teenagers at the time. At the time, I'm 9 years old. But they thinking I'm older because of the way I carry myself. I don't carry myself like the average 9-year-old would carry themselves. I'm moving around like the teenagers moving around because I'm around them. Them was like the main people I was around. So one day, one of the homies who was getting the marijuana for me, his little brother comes to me one day. He like, yo, he ran to my house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this how he was loyal to me. I didn't even know he was this loyal to me. He like, yo, where this boy Fran, they up there, they got your weed and everything, they smoking. Da, 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 da. I'm like, what? Come on, so we go up there. So we go up there, whatever. So they all in the spot. I'm like, yo, where my weed at, yo? They like, hey, this was like they hot. I don't know what they never told me what happened. I just knew. I'm like, how do you know? He was like, yeah, I knew that they. He was like, yeah, I knew that they got the weed for you.
Yeah.
He was like, I just saw it smoking. He was like, cause I put it up in the house, and he seen where I put it at, so he sort of grabbing to take it. So I was like, you know what? Give me my shit, man. Like, I took everything. They all high. You know, back then jokers just be high all stuck or whatever.
Dumb and shit.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, give me. So now I'm selling it myself. Yeah. Man. I'm outside. And at this time, my big brother, he was locked up at the time. So I knew I had an advantage because I knew I couldn't really move around. If like he around, he on my ass. If
what type of big bro was that you had?
That's my brother.
Like, yeah, I'm saying. What type, like how he was on it? Like,
he was like the provider of the family. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, my brother Yusef. Yeah, he was like the provider of the family. So at one point, like when my pops, even before my pops passed away, he was still like, you know, trying to man up or whatever. But not trying to. He was. He was holding the family down, you know, taking care of us, making sure we good. So it kind of like came to me naturally. But then I knew I couldn't do certain things because anybody that see me doing something, they gonna back to tell him. You know what I mean? They gonna tell him. So it'll be like, he locked up now. I could make, you know what I mean? I could bust my little moves.
I know that shit had you though, like stepping lightly though, right?
Yeah, it was.
But still want to go knee deep, like.
But word, so, but you know, like jokers, when they're incarcerated, they get word anyway. You know what I mean? So once I went to visit him. He like, what's up with you, bro? I'm like, what's good? He like, oh, you think you grown now? I heard about what you doing out there on the streets. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, I heard about you. He like, man, be safe, man. He said, I don't want that life for you. I don't want you doing that, but you know I'm in here. So he like, you know, if I was out there, you want to be, your ass should be going to school.
Right.
So I'm like, but that was like him giving me the pass though, even. So when after that visit, I'm up. I'm like, I'm out here. Big bro, know I'm outside.
Yeah. Before that visit, you was watching every step you made. You ain't want to fuck with nobody that really fuck with your brother hard. You kind of
yo, we had this spot. We had this spot called the Jungle, right? It was like an alleyway. I don't know if you ever like been up on Seymour, Custer, like that area, the little back blocks back there.
Yeah.
Southside.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a block called Eckert. Well, it's still called Eckert, but we had a spot over there called the Jungle, and at nighttime it get pitch black dark.
Yeah,
I used to be back there, so that's where everybody would come and get. I would never come out. I would stay in the back. So like, if jokers want weed, they'd be like, yo, they send them to the back to me, but they don't know that they getting it from me though. But I'm back there, I'm serving them behind the cage. So that lasted for a minute. Then it was like some bunch of static with like some brothers that was from like the Urban Turner area. And I was always trying to avoid situations where as though my reputation, if I felt like my reputation was on the line, it was like I would stay away from it. Because I don't want to be like, even if you soft, I don't want to be associated with you. And then if something happened to you and you let jokers oppress you, they gonna feel like they could oppress me. So I was never with that. But that's how it started though.
Word.
And then transition
to big boy noise. Now you make a big boy noise. Yeah.
So that started, I want to say like 8th grade year. Yeah, 8th grade year in high school. 8th grade year going into high school. That's when that started.
Yeah.
And it's a funny story how that started too. So
what high school you was in?
I was in Shabazz.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to the doghouse, man.
So that I know that that whole atmosphere, that shit was crazy because you got everybody from the South Side.
But I see, as I told you, I knew everybody.
Yeah,
already. Yeah. People knew me already.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I always hung out with people that was older than me from different areas, whether it is from Hill Manor, Prince Street.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Urban Turner, certain jokers from like Urban Turner that I knew because I played ball with everybody. So when everybody see me pop out, like, oh, this what you doing now? You know, they just showing me love, like embracing me or whatever. So I was in elementary school. He probably remember this story. It was like a few jokers that was from the EA.
Right.
They got caught with some paraphernalia in the school.
Damn.
I'm like, yo, why y'all bring paraphernalia like the valves and that? I'm like, why would y'all bring? In my mind, I'm saying this. I'm like, why would they bring that to school? But me being like a trusted individual, you know, because I was always on nerd time anyway, regardless of what I was doing in the streets, I always made sure I did my schoolwork. That was just to keep the attention off of me. You know what I mean?
That's dope, bro.
That's how I move.
That only work in the school.
Yeah.
Because you could do all your schoolwork and be, you know, like Mr. Goody Two Shoes. When you step outside, niggas know what you're doing, and
that's how it was. That's how it was. That's how it was. It was like people that knew what I was doing, but people that were in the school system, they didn't really know what was going on, you know. So one day, I don't know how they found it or whatever. So now they like, yo, whoever they found it on one of the bros or whatever. So I'm like, damn. So they bring the paddy wagon up to the school. They about to send them all. Yeah, they about to send all of them to jail. It's like 4 of them. So the principal, like, yeah, somebody's going to, man, you know, you think you grown? Who does this belong to? So I stepped in. They probably they gonna bug out if they hear this stuff. Right. So I stepped in. So they was like, they was bringing everybody in for questioning. You know what I mean? Like questioning.
Right. Yeah.
Like, it was kind of like a little interrogation type.
For sure.
Thing. So I was like, so when they came to me, I was like, nah. I was like, that's what we use to sell oils. You know what I mean? Because the ones that they had wasn't the ones that you use to like bag up. Right. But I knew that's what they was using it for. Right. You know what I mean? Right, I knew that's what they was using it for. So I was like, nah, that's for like oils. You know, like we sell oils at the school and after school and stuff like that. Yo, that junk worked, yo. Yeah. They all got off, right? So after they interrogated everybody, school let out. We all meet up. Everybody, they all coming to me like, yo, bro, I love you. I love you. Like, yo, you stopped us from going to jail. Yeah. So they like, yo, anything you need, I got you. I said, yeah.
Dang! You want me to cash in on that? You said I'm cashing in
immediately. Yeah. So I'm like, look, I got this right here. This is what I need. They like, yo, say no more. We got you. Word is born. Next day, they come with the coke and everything.
Yeah. Word. That's fire. Word. I mean, not fire, but you know what I'm saying? Smart thinking. You know what I mean? For back then. You know what I mean?
Exactly. This is just intellectual ignorance, I would say. Yeah.
We talking like 20 years ago.
Yeah, we talking like 20 years ago. Word. So I was like, look, this is what I need. I need to get some ounces. I got the money for y'all. Yeah. And I need y'all to sell.
Right.
They like, yo, say no more. We got you. So that's how I got into that. That's how I got into like selling the coke or whatever. So then one day, that situation had died because it was working, man. We was making money. And I ain't never used to spend money. I always used to save.
Right.
I even took an ass whooping one time because I had went shopping and bought hella stuff. And my mom thought I took the money from her, but I couldn't tell her that I got it. Yeah.
So what was my Duke's reaction to that though, bro? When she found out that you was
I'm gonna tell you about. I'm gonna get to that part. All right,
for sure.
That was an embarrassing and like hurtful moment at that time because it was like that was the first time I realized like I disappointed like my mother. You know what I mean? Because she didn't expect that from me. But let me get to that.
All right, bet.
So long story short. You know, they getting it for me. They come to my house, bag it up, and they go and they sell it for me. You know what I mean? And I, get them something because I didn't really know how it worked. They was off the porch way before me. You know what I mean? So they was already moving.
True.
So when I came to them, I was like, yeah, because the joker we was getting the marijuana from, I don't know what happened when he just like vanished, and then one of them got killed. Yeah, like one of them that was like with me, that was like helping me. He ended up getting killed, and then I don't know, something they did. I never knew what they did to this day.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
With the person that did get hit, right, that got killed or whatever, did that shake you up a little bit of you not knowing what the fuck happened?
Nah, I didn't. You know, when you want to know why I didn't? Because I knew what type of time he was on. I knew what type of time he was on. You already knew what. I knew what type of time he was on. So once that happened to him, I'm like, it hit me.
You kind of wasn't surprised.
Yeah, it hit me hard because like that was when I'm like, damn, he's, you know, that big bro started me out. You know what I mean? Then I was like, damn.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
So the dudes from that you was rocking with, they must either really fuck with you or they were scared of you.
Nah, they love me. They
love
just,
you.
Yeah, they just love. You know how like some older people take a like when they see you real mature, they just take a like and love into you. It wasn't never. I never looked at it.
Because what you explaining, and it's like playing in that game. It's like I'll be damned if I'm out to get a nigga shit, take it to him, bag this shit up, and go out here and sell it.
Nah, look,
it's like you crazy as hell.
Them we were the same age. We were around the same age. But the thing is like, I guess at that time they needed money. You know what I mean? So it was like, if you could help, it was like one hand wash the other. Then they felt like they was in debt to me. I didn't really understand it at first. So I was like, wait, they like, yo, whatever.
Oh, okay, so it's different now. You was big bro. Because you had the motherfucking work and you was paying them motherfucker. Because the way you breaking it down, I'm thinking they going to get it, they coming to bag it up, they going to sell it, and they bringing you all the bread too. I'm like, what the fuck they in this for?
Yeah. So I wasn't on no like greedy situation where it's like I'm keeping all the money. Like, nah, I was making sure they get a cut too, even though they helped.
Okay, you was big bro. I got it now.
Nah, we gonna do whatever you. I'm like, nah, man, take this. You know,
they trying to get you that. Like, bro, no. You gonna take this, motherfucker?
So I'm like, nah. So one day, they in a building, in one of the buildings down the hill, 455 Weekway Towers. One of my brother friends who play, I'm not gonna say his name either, but he play around like that. He robs them, take everything, money, drugs, everything.
Now this would a boss come in there. Now look, you gotta step behind your desk now and go check the situation.
Like, they like crying and everything, like, yo, such and such robbed us, took over. I'm like, what? Then
I know your heart was pounding that day. For them to have to come and tell you that, it's like
a different type of feeling when you take that loss. It's like, hold on.
So I'm like, we get money. Don't nobody really know. Like, I mean, everybody knew what they was doing because
this is a part of the game. Come with it.
They was in the neighborhood. I couldn't really be out there like that. So everybody knew that they was already hustling. So it didn't even matter. But when my brother man did what he did to them, it put me in a tight situation because now it's like, damn, if I tell my brother that what happened, he gonna be like, where they get it from anyway? You get what I'm saying? Like, why are you so concerned about where like them getting robbed? Why are you so concerned about that? So I ain't never even tell my brother. We just chucked it up. We took an elbow. I was on fire, yo. Every time I seen him, I used to be like, oh, and he was that too in the neighborhood. Like, ain't nobody.
So it really wasn't much you could say though.
It wasn't really much. If my brother knew what I was doing, I would have said something. So I would at least gave him a peace of mind. Like, yo, that's fucked up what you did. You know what I mean? Like, I would have told him. I probably wouldn't have been able to do nothing to him. Because I wasn't playing like that.
That was your brother, man. He probably just gave back to you. Probably.
Nah, but then my brother would have knew what was going on.
So your brother at this time, all he knew was the weed.
Yeah, he ain't really know that. He ain't know that I crossed over. You know what I mean? So I ain't want him to know. So I'm like, damn. So we coughed that L up. I'm like, yo, all right, this what y'all do, man. Don't stay out of the building. Stay out of that building. I'm like, yo,
that's the same thing you can say as a little nigga. Yo, don't hustle.
I'm like, yo, stay out of 455, yo.
Let me ask you a question about y'all hood, right?
Yeah.
Like, do y'all consider y'all hood projects?
To a degree, we do, but not technically. We not, yo.
Yeah.
We like this. That neighborhood is technically a middle class neighborhood. You feel me? Like it's just as things transpired and got like worse off over time. We just started like claiming it as a project.
Yeah.
It was never really a.
How many buildings? How many buildings?
That
y'all consider y'all hood, starting from Mika, right? It comes from Mika from 440.
Mika, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the buildings. All the buildings, because everybody from every building down there. So it's like, but you know, 440 was like the hub.
Yeah.
But 515 was the hub.
How many floors in 440?
440 got about 28.
28
floors.
About 28. Yeah, and 515 got about 25. It's the other way around. One of them. I know.
So y'all go all the way up to Lions. Y'all consider all that up like?
Oh, you mean like buildings?
Yeah.
No. It cut off. So like it cut off at Mapes. So from like Mapes and then to like Watson.
Okay.
And then after that, you got like Alpine and everybody that's down from that end.
Right.
Yeah, but those are all the buildings that we consider.
So
you got 440, you got 455, you got 469, you got 2 Custer, you got 505, 515, you got the quarter. We call that the quarter 525. And you got 555.
Yo, that shit look like New York.
What was that on the corner?
Which one?
Elizabeth Ave, when you about to make the left by the park, go to 1 and 9.
That was 440.
That's 440.
That's Carmel Tower.
Okay.
Yeah, Carmel Tower.
Yeah, that's why Carmel Tower. I didn't know it was 440.
That shit. So you said it was a middle class. So
it was like a middle. Yeah, it was like a middle class neighborhood where you had the people that got high, but it was like you didn't really know about it. You get what I'm saying? Because everything was like inside action mostly.
Okay.
But then as like the years went on, and like I want to say probably like when like the heroin started coming out there like heavy, that's when it started becoming like, you know, it just got crazy. Yeah, like the money was crazy. Well, it was like that back then too, because like one of the OGs, he had the neighborhood, and situation happened with him, and it was like somebody told on him, and then he had to go away, and it kind of like died down because he was like the main dude. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So like once he left, everything like dropped. But I didn't notice that back then. So this is what I learned as I got older in the game and started like connecting the dots with everything. You get what I'm saying?
And let me ask you. Well, let me say. See, you said you ain't know that when you was younger, but them OGs and you sat in conversations and heard this type of shit to even get the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
once they see what I'm doing, it's like, oh, so you know how you sit around the OG
just loose talk.
The OG beat down, so you get the story on everything. Like, who did what happened with such and such, and I just be listening like, oh, and then that's how I used to connect my own dots with everything. Like,
but that shit like that be important. Because the younger generation think they know it. They think what they doing is that's where it started at. And it's like, do you know?
I appreciate
how many generations before y'all fucking it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's certain ways.
It's kind of like our fault too. It's kind of like our fault too. We can't really like, because you gotta think of it like this. Well, I would say if I use myself as an example, it's like when you out there, you got like the younger generation, like they following, they see what's going on. And it'd be like, regardless of what you tell them, you know, they don't like, you could tell them one thing, but your actions are showing another thing. So it's like, how you gonna be telling me this, bro, when you doing this? You know what I mean? And
I think that shit died a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because same thing happened to you, it happened to me with an old head. Yeah. And it's like, it started off with that little $20, then it's like, yo, I'd rather you be out here, go ahead and, you know, get out here and do so you won't be in my pocket. But I think it was more of the shit that like stolen cars and shit like that. That's when they want to play big bro, like, cause you fucking their money up too, you making it hot. But exactly. These same old heads will push your ass out on the block. Whereas though now I talk to younger ones sometimes like, yo, man, you need to go do this, because it take you, if you come out of it, it take you a long time to realize, like, damn, I was doing bullshit. Especially when you going in and out, in and out, in and out.
100%.
So they, you know, I'd rather give a young nigga $20 out of my pocket than to actually give him that advice. Yo, go out there and, you know, I'd rather see you out here.
I don't. Well, let me rephrase that, because I don't want you to think that was the advice that was given to me. it wasn't given to me, but I mean, it probably was the advice that was given to me, but it wasn't said to me directly.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't like, nah, you gonna go out here.
Yeah.
It was like, you know what I mean? You got to work for what you want. So what you want to do?
Yeah, that's the same advice.
So you want to get a job?
Indirectly, directly, that's what he was telling you. True. Like, look, you in my pocket. You need to be out. You know what I mean? Do your thing. They ain't telling you, look, take this 20, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Because this when niggas hustling at.
Yeah.
So he wants you out his pocket. He's like, bitch, you better get out here and get this work. So he ain't telling you, no, do it for me. He's just telling you, hey, you better, you know what I mean? Lace your shit up. Get the fuck out here.
Yeah. Get out there and be a man. Yeah.
So it's fucked up advice.
Yeah, it is.
What was your first? I mean, give me some more talk on the downsides of the whole shit. All right, you said I'm gonna say growing up, like once you got into it, like you know what I mean. What was more of them downsides? Of course, we know the money and all that. That's the good part of it. You know what I mean. But what was the downside that you could explain that took place in certain situations? Like, you know what I mean, as far as you getting locked up or that first, what was that first?
The downside
when you first got bagged or something like that. Or have you ever
I'm gonna talk about that too. Right. Before, I want to say this is like the overall experience. The downside of it was even like when like you experience incarceration, as we mentioned about like the youngest that come up under us. It's like, yeah, you could be out there, you could be doing your thing, you could groom somebody that's younger than you. But once you go away, you get what I'm saying? You lose out on teaching them the lessons. You get what I'm saying? And the lesson is like, if you are doing that, it's like it's no longevity in that. You get what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
It's no longevity in it. But we go back and forth in and out so long, so you don't really get a chance to teach them that way, because it's like, all right, boom. Let's just say I'm rolling, I'm on.
Right.
Next thing you know, I got a couple youngers that follow me, and they listen to what I'm saying. Right. But I go away for like 3 years, or I go away for 10 years. Like, that's so much time taken away. It's like now it's like, man, he ain't around. I'm doing whatever now. I'm gonna get it, or whatever he left off at with, like, you know, teaching me. That's what I'm gonna like.
And then by the time you touch back down, they already
up and ready, suited and booted.
Or
they like took off.
They done been through the mix already. Like, and you damn sure can't tell them nothing at that point.
Your little nigga that you set up there, and now you done found out he done popped at him. He done did this. He done robbed him. You like, oh, this little nigga.
And that's kind of like what I feel like that's where like my nieces and like nephews missed out on with like me and like my brother. So it was like, by the time I really started getting my act together, you know, like leaving, you know, like transitioning and doing away with all the street stuff. It was like they were up and older now. So it's like.
So what about with your mom Dukes? I wanted you to touch back on that when she found out.
That was my first case, man. So one day we outside, because we had this spot called the Back Block or whatever.
Okay.
And you know, that's what at this time we like thousands and thousands. We get crazy now. Yeah, we lit already. Yeah. Like if the money is crazy, I stopped playing ball, so I see look. Yeah. I'm counting the money like, hold up. Damn, Lil, I don't think I'm coming back to basketball practice. It's these numbers crazy right now. Like, I can't do that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it was like one day, and my man, he told me like, so this is my right hand brother. I was like getting money with it, whatever. One day I'm in the house, you know what I mean? I just came from New York, because we used to go. We was like, this is another ignorant thing. I'm sorry to say it, but you know, it is what it is. My brother, he used to be going like, so once he realized what he was doing, what he's doing, he'd like go to the city for us, and but then it got to the point he was like, nah, y'all gotta go get your own shit. I'm gonna take you over there. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna plug you in.
That's starting to get too much.
Yeah. He like,
yeah, I'm not riding with that.
Yeah, that's his thing.
I know exactly what it is.
He like, wait up. He like, man, y'all picking up more shit than me.
Hell yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Let's go. Early morning, be outside. I'm taking y'all over there. Y'all gonna beat them, and then y'all on your own after that. Because I ain't gonna be doing this.
Right.
I got a story about his situation too. Something crazy he did, my brother. So, long story short, my man, he called me. He like, yo, it's kind of slow out here. You know what I mean? He's like, I don't think you need to bring nothing out really. So me, I'm like, man, we just got all this shit. It was a half, half a brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a half. So I'm like, man, because I was the type of person like once I get the load, it's like I'm trying to chop it down as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm on like I'm in thirst mode, grind mode. Like, nah, I gotta, get rid of it.
Yeah.
So he like, yo, don't bring out too much or whatever. So I'm like, all right, whatever. But I ain't really listening. I'm listening to him, but I'm not really listening to him because I already have
one of them. You one of them young ones that's all like, man, look,
yeah. I'm like, man, it's gonna come. Like once they know it's out there, it's gonna come. So we get outside. I takes it to the stash. Now another one of my mans with me. He don't hustle. You know what I mean? So, but he always want to be outside with us. And I'm like, yo, listen, bro. You cannot be outside with us. We don't I love you. You my brother. I'm gonna always be here for you.
Yeah.
But this is not. We don't want you doing this. You know what I mean? Like, cause we always understood like, yo, everybody can't be doing you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can't be doing the same thing.
Right.
Somebody got to be doing something else, and he was that one. Him and like a couple other ones, but he was the one who used to always want to come out. I'd be like, yo, no, bro. Yeah. He'd be mad. Like we'd get into like arguments over it and everything. He want to argue with me. I'm like, yo, bro, talk to him, man. Tell him that he gotta go.
Yeah.
So this day, he's out. Who's outside? He's outside. So I'm walking down. You know what I mean? I'm on a bike though, because that's how we was moving around. Like we ain't staying. We was all on bikes. So all throughout like the back block, Burger Street, throughout the neighborhood. Right. And we had the best at the time. It wasn't nobody. The old heads ain't even had what we had at that time. So my brother, he get a call. He like, yo, man, everybody calling me talking about what you. He's like, yo, who y'all man? He's like, y'all got that from such and such, such and such. We like, yeah. He like, no, I'm going back on.
Yeah. He like, you gonna give me some bullshit. Yeah. Y'all that
word. So I get outside, takes it to the stash or whatever. Sales coming. Now, I had just served somebody or whatever. And my man who I was telling you that I be telling him like to leave, he was standing right there. He was like, it was like a little alleyway we had. And he was standing by the alley. So I'm like, he's standing there. If they see you standing there like that, obviously they know something going on. You know, you looking suspicious. For sure. Boom. And then it happened so quick. I turns around, they all right there. Police. I'm like, yo, what just happened? So they cuff him. No, they had us on a car checking us. Pull out the money. Yeah. Pull out the money. I don't know why I don't even need all of this money on me though. But I got like $2,000 in my pocket for no reason.
Young nigga shit.
Yeah. So they pulled the money out, put the money on the car. Yeah. What you doing out here? I'm like, what? I'm with my friend. Yo, we about to go to the playground. Oh yeah? Goes in the back. They was searching back there for like an hour, bro. And like how we used to do it was we'd like bury it. So we had like a little shovel, like the small garden shovel. Yeah. We take the small garden shovel, dig up the dirt, and then put it in the dirt like that. I don't know how this cop was so thirsty, bro. Yo, he found that shit. He found it, bro.
Where the shovel was at?
Huh? It wasn't out there. Because we had
somebody told us.
It was in the back of the building. So what we used to do is after we do it, we take it back in the hallway. So he ain't fine. He just was like,
But the same thing is, because we grown.
Yeah.
You're digging a fucking hole. You putting shit in there.
Yeah.
That's fresh dirt. Yeah. It don't look the same as anything else.
And I think that's how he discovered it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's how he discovered it. So I'm like, yo. But then he went in my pocket. Me dumb. I had like, this is when I don't know if y'all remember this, but they used to have like the pyramid paper. Yeah. Remember the pyramid paper? Yeah. So it was the pyramid paper. This was like raw at the time. So it was two in my pocket. I'm like, yo, how this shit? I'm like, yo, I thought he put it on me. Yeah. But then I looked at it and I'm like, nah, that's in my mind. I'm like, yo, that's definitely mine. So they like cuff him. They cuff us. He come out of the back with the bat. They lock my man. I'm like, nah, he don't have nothing to do with nothing. Let him go. He don't have nothing to do with nothing. So
Did they
put me in
let
the
him
car.
go?
They let him go. They let him go. Yeah, they let him go.
Okay.
I'm like, nah, he don't got nothing to do with nothing. Let him go. So they let him go. My ID in my pocket. This was back when we had the high school IDs. Your high school ID had your address on it.
So they went to your house.
Went to my house. With me in the back seat.
Damn.
Like, yo.
Moms ain't let them in.
Moms ain't let them in. They called my mother outside. They ain't even let me out the car. They called my mother outside. Called my mom's outside. Had the bag, opened it. They're like, this is what we found on your son. My mother like, yo, her jaw, she like, oh my God, what I'm like, I'm saying I'm in the back seat, like, yo. But I just saw like the expression on her face, like she was hurt. So he was telling her, like, yeah, we taking him down, you know, to the precinct. You know, he'll be able to call you and make a phone call or whatever. So at this point, I'm quiet now. I'm mad. I'm like, damn, yo. Because I kind of think my mom knew what I was doing, but she wasn't like
pressing you about it.
Yeah,
like
she wasn't like 100% sure.
Yeah.
You know, and she used to think I'd be lying. So she'd be like, because at that time, like,
well, you should have kept lying. You should be like, Mom, they ain't get that on me. They got that out the back of the book. They put it on me.
I was trying to tell her that. Yeah, I'm like, she like, they ain't even let me talk. He rolled it up my window. He rolled up my window. Yo, my window was rolled down. My mother come outside. He rolled the window up.
He said, they ain't even let me talk.
I'm like, yo. They're like, yeah, we found this on your son. I'm like, yo, they ain't find that on me. They found the pyramids on me. They ain't find everything on me. So she like, yeah, we gonna allow him to make a phone call. He gonna call you. So I'm like, damn, I gotta call my mother. I'm thinking about how she gonna like talk to me or whatever. So I get down there. You know, they process you and everything. The whole time we ride down there, they're like, who you working for? You know, like, like, you gonna take their responsibility, this and this and that. I'm not saying nothing though. I'm just on the ride because I'm thinking about my mother. I'm not even paying. Like, I hear them asking me questions, but I'm not even paying them no attention. I'm just thinking about like, damn, this conversation with my mother about to be crazy. You know what I mean? So this was youth house. So I get to the youth house, get there. Boom, they process me.
Signing you out.
Nah, she ain't signed me out.
Well, she left you.
She left me. She like,
that's
wait,
what
look,
she got to learn.
Look, I got the phone call. She like, yeah, she was like, why, what's wrong with you? What you doing? Then I was like, what? Why are you asking me what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Because I know I'm on the phone. I'm like, why you asking me what I'm doing? She like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, Mom, I'm good. She's like, all right, then I'll talk to you later. You ain't
shit.
Yeah, so I was in there probably almost like a month. Yeah. Then I was going to like court and all of that. They was trying to give me like a juvenile kingpin charge and all of this. Word. Yeah.
Yo, juvenile. You know when I realized, you know, being grown and when you leave all that shit alone, how stupid you was and the dumb moves you made. It's like, what working man walk around with 15, 2,500 in their motherfucking pocket?
Yeah, no,
you don't do it.
Nobody
Your shit is in the bank and you got a couple of dollars on you like that. But you know what I mean? So when you 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, you got 3,500 on you. Yeah. Because motherfuckers sitting there and that's what they, instead of putting the shit up, they having like $5, $10 in their pocket.
The thing is, I would put money up, but it was coming so fast that
you don't want to miss it.
You forget. Sometimes you just forget because you be like, all right, I gotta get rid of it. You know what I mean? That's your whole thing. You
Keep it 100. Like, you don't forget. You got like 2 pockets full of fucking money. You
I
going through shit.
I mean, not forgetting,
you can't forget it.
Not forgetting that you got the money on you, but forgetting that you need to stop and go put the money up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to stop what you're doing, regardless of how much is coming. You need to stop and go put the money up. Because there was times that I would do that. But then there was times where it'd be like,
but I think that's what every young.
That's why you got different mentalities. You got hustlers and you got stick-up kids. Stick-up, like, I'm not about to be out there risking my life sitting there hustling. I'm gonna let him get it, and then I'm gonna come rob his ass. Cause now he got 2 pockets full of fucking money.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
So with every young nigga that's getting money like that, you ain't thinking, let me go put this up. That shit feel good. Like,
it was.
You know what I'm saying?
You know young niggas mentality. Let me count my money So when 50 pull my shit and they ask me how much is it, I know how much I got. But you still dumb because you still got all this money on you.
I wasn't like that. I was just run.
Yeah.
They ask you how much money, you like, oh shit.
Yeah, I was just run. I think I got caught with the most I ever got caught on me with was like 5 G's. That was in New York though. I was in New York. We was on 150 on 145th.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the spot, but it was hot, so he was telling us to come back. So we went to Broadway to, like, back when everybody was wearing the goers. We went out there to go shopping. Came out of the store. Taxi cabs. They rolled down on us in taxi cabs. What y'all doing?
Let me ask you, when your love for music came about?
That's always been like, always, ever since I was young, like.
Because when I met you on Music Time. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to touch on it because I know that was a pivotal. Like, y'all used to be giving it up, like you and Vinci. So Spoons at the time, but I still want to ask about that. Like, when did that came in a mix of you hustling? Like, I'm saying, for you to start writing and
that was like way later. That was like way later on. That was like way later on. But to go back, so I didn't mean to like answer that question, but to go back. So I went through like the whole little juvenile thing. They was trying to pin like a juvenile kingpin charge on me and everything. Prosecutor was. So, like I had, because by this time I was in high school now. I was a freshman at this time. And everybody, I was always like a nerd, smart student in school. So I had all the teachers and everybody, like counselors, writing letters for me and stuff like that. And the judge talking to me, like, he asking me the same question, like, you seem like a bright young man, everybody here is in support of you.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I don't want you to throw your life away like this, but he gave me like what did he do? I think I got like a PTI or something like that, some kind of like PTI where you stay good for 6 months, you stay out of trouble, and then they just dismiss the case.
Right.
But yeah, that's what they was trying to give me. I had like the guidance counselors from the school come into like the court, like appearances and stuff like that. And I guess Allah blessed me with that. That was like a slap on the wrist. But the prosecutor was on me. She like, no, because the judge was asking me like, where did I get it from? And I'm like, why am I to tell you? I'm like, it's just like, how you asking me a question? In my mind, I'm saying this. I'm like, you think I'm about to sit here and tell you?
Right. Let me ask you a question. In school, right? Being that you said you was a nerd in school, did you ever felt like that was a problem? Like, was you ever scared to be a nerd in school? Because niggas look at one was like, oh, you're a nerd. You know what I'm saying?
Never. Because I knew everybody. Everybody knew me. I was being myself. That's who I am. Like, why I ain't about to be? I'm a hustler.
Because how some people would dumb themselves down.
I never
according to who they friends are and shit like that.
Everybody, If I'm in school, I'm on school time. Except for like later on when the money start getting crazy. Then I used to be like, I gotta leave school. Yeah. But otherwise, if I'm in school, I'm on school time. When I'm out in the streets, that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, all right, so that's how it was.
Dope.
But in terms of like now to get back to like the music situation. Like I always liked music because my brothers, sisters, they all used to listen to music like back in the day. So I was listening to like even like West Coast music like Eazy-E, MC Ran, and all of them.
Right.
Because that's what my brother, he ain't really like messing with New York artists like that too much. So it was a lot of like LA stuff that we used to be listening to. Because all the like fuck the police, back when they was on that with the Public Enemy. And all
for
that.
sure.
So it'll be like MC Ran. But when I started getting into like my own sound of music, it was like Nas, Onyx, you know what I mean? Like Naughty by Nature, the Youngsters.
Yeah, damn,
like,
the Youngsters, hell yeah.
Yeah, the Youngsters, everybody who like who was coming out with them like classic cassette tapes. Right. Like I was on it. So like getting like the Ron G, my bros that I was telling you about that put me on with the weed. Right. They used to buy the Craig G mixtapes, like the Craig G.
I remember them shits.
The Ron G.
Yeah, Ron G.
Spin Back, DJ Spin Back. That used to come on the Maxwell joints.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So
hell yeah, the 90-minute joints.
The 90-minute joints. Yeah, tape pop, you be down.
Yeah, for real. Like, go right downtown and cop another one.
I put me some glue on my shit, a little bit of tape, and that little part be a little blur. And they get right back to it.
Yeah, I learned how to do that later on. But before, it used to be like, yo, just get another tape.
Like me, had that bridge to go get another tape.
I remember my bro, he gave me one of his Ron. It was this one Ron G. He came out with this mixtape one summer that was fire, yo. Like everybody wanted it, but they ain't make a lot of them. And my
I wonder
big
if
bro
it's that Ron
one.
G that had Mary on it.
It did.
That's the one you talking about.
Smith and Wesson on the remix. That one, yeah.
Classic
when they did
shit.
That.
Classic shit. I know exactly what you're talking about. Classic shit.
When they did that,
and
Mary was on it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I popped this tape, bro. He was mad. He wasn't even talking to me, yo. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get you another tape.
I think that's the most classic Ron
I was
G
downtown, and I found it. Remember the tape beat I used to be on Branford? They used to have all of the tapes.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, yo, tell me you got that new Ron G mixtape, please, yo. He's like, yo, I got it. He's like, yo, I got the last one. I'm like, let me get it. He like, here you guys. He's like, what you know about this? I'm like, I know about it. I'm like, it's my big bro. I was listening to it, but I popped this tape. He gave it to me. I gave it back to my bro. He like, yo, you found one? I'm like, yup, it was the last one too.
Yeah.
Word. So that's why
my bro.
Yeah, word. We good. He gave me a hug and everything. Yeah. He like, yo, little bro, you found this tape? I'm like, yeah, man, I found. I went down. I hopped on the 39. Hopped on the 39. I'm like, yo, let me go get him the tape.
This nigga shit was up at 11, bro. Yeah.
Word.
We good.
Word. I'm like, yo. He's like, yo, you found it? I'm like, yeah, I got you. I told you I had you. I was unsure. I'm like, man, they probably ain't gonna have it because I'm like, I know Craig G joints used to be nice too, but Ron G,
Ron G was that guy.
His tapes was different because he used to remix everything. Yep. Like he used to have the remixes on his joint.
For sure, hell yeah. So
and then later on, Nas came about, and then that was like I ain't even care about nobody else after that. It was just like I was like Nas out, like.
Hey,
bro, to this day, I'm still Nas.
Let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you, and I want to tell you this on BarTawk.
Go ahead.
Yo, when I first heard you, bro, on Spoons, yo, y'all different, man. Like it's like the same style, but the energies is different. You used to be talking on them tracks. You hear me?
Yo,
like you used to talk, bro. Like
you want to know something?
You take niggas there.
I learned that from him.
Yeah.
I learned that from Vinci. He taught me how to do that.
So he was rapping first?
He been rapping. He been rapping since we was like in elementary school. Like he'd be like, yo, come in, like I want you to hear his raps and shit.
Yeah.
I'll listen to him like, oh, that shit hot. You know what I mean? Like he like, yo, word. I mean, you know what I mean? But he said, like his brothers, his uncles and them used to be like this, but I listened to him. Because I was that passionate about music before I even was into it. So it's like if I knew somebody that, you know what I mean, that could write or like write some rhymes, I'd be like, oh, I'm like, yo, keep doing it. That jump fire. He'd be like, word is boy. He ain't used to believe me because you know the critics he used to get from everybody else.
Sure.
So I'd be like, nah, that's dope.
Blowing smoke.
Yeah, he thought he used to think I'd be like styling. I'm like, nah.
When I met y'all, man, both of y'all got dreads, y'all got the tall cans, army fatigue. I'm like, yo, who the fuck?
That was the Southside.
Yeah, I'm like, who the fuck? But then when
you know who originated that was like Nas Effect. You know, Nas Effect and them all started that.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, these niggas hard. Yeah. I'm like, yo, they hard. And then we end up getting a chance to do some music together.
That's when I was classic. Franchise.
Yeah, franchise. Word up. Classic shit, yo. But nah, I just wanted to touch on that because
came about.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that came about. He taught me how like the song formatting, how to write the hooks, the chorus, and everything. And then one day I was at his house. I was outside hustling. He like, yo, come to the house, man. I'm like, what, man? I'm like, yo, come up there. That's when we had like the church and all that. Yeah. So he like, come up to him. I'm like, man, I'm about to go up there. Yeah. So he up here with him and he doing his thing. This time he like recording with the radio when you press the play and record, you get the recording. So he doing that. So I'm up there with him. So he had left out. So he came back. I forgot what I wrote. It was like a freestyle or something. And it's crazy because whenever I hear like that 50 Cent story with like Jam Master Jay, it kind of remind me of that. Like that's how it was. Like I like write something and just like be rapping. And then he'd be like, he was like, nah, let me show you. He's like, yo, this fire, but let me show you how to break it down into a song. And that's how I started. One day he left the house. He came back. I had a song. I'm like, yo, I gotta write something to that.
Yeah.
And then that's how we started.
Yeah,
dope, that's how
man.
we started. And
dope.
then it was TM after that.
Yeah.
TM.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So what was it like the first? Because you did it up in there. He walked out or whatever case may be.
Yeah.
When y'all played it and he got a right to it.
Mm-hmm.
What was it when you first had to spit that outside to everybody else? Was you a little nervous to, you know what I mean?
don't think I was. Nah. Cause I was like, cause I always had like confidence. Like my confidence was always like crazy.
Dope.
So it'd be like, you feel me? So it'd be like, whatever I'm doing, I'm 100% behind it. Nigga. If I'm building a clubhouse, we building the best clubhouse.
That's dope.
We're gonna build. Now, ask, yo, even by the wood, like when we used to go shop, like run around for the wood to get to build the clubhouse. Nah, we ain't using that. We need the best. We gotta find some better wood than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm making sure I join official. So I always is like confident in whatever I do.
That's dope.
But I think in the studio, I probably was. It wasn't. I wasn't nervous. It was more like a first time experience and like how it's gonna sound. That's what I was concerned because I didn't know that you could actually tweak things behind it, but he knew all of that. So he's like, don't worry about it, just rap, you know what I mean? Just rap your shit. Don't worry about how it sounds. We're gonna fix all of that when it come out. So I said all that to say, yeah, I was like already that was the only thing that
the first time in the studio when you actually heard it, the finished product.
Yo, I went crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that's us, yo. He's like, yeah. We was messing. Who we was messing? That was with A Squad. Shout out to the A Squad.
Right.
A Squad brothers. They had the studio, so we used to go up there.
That's where I met y'all at.
Yeah, that's where you met us at.
Yep.
Yeah.
Word.
And then it was just history after that.
Like, yeah, for sure.
We did that track together, man.
Classic hard body shit. Hard body shit, man.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. When that CD came out, we did. A lot of my some of my people was like, yeah, I ain't like one of my big bros. He like, yo, you can't. I don't want you doing that because like you know what we used to be talking about. We used to be talking about like kind of like what the young boys doing now, but like really so. Then I was like, damn, that do make sense. It's like you basically telling on yourself.
Yeah, because your shit used to be so vivid. Bro.
Yeah.
Like one thing about your verses, like I said, it sounded like you in regular conversation with him.
Yeah.
But it's over the beat and he's smooth, laid back, and it really take you there because he give you details.
Yeah,
like whether you know it's really going on or not, it's like, I mean, to the people that see, I'm on the north, so for the people that did know, you must have been hitting nerves. Like, hold up, bro, you gotta stop, bro.
Yeah, one of my big bros, he like, yo, he's like, he's like, man, it's a dope. I ain't gonna lie, it's a dope CD. He was like, yo, but y'all, it's too much, man. He like, it's too much. He's like, yo, it's too much, man. I'm like, all right. But it was already out already, so it was nothing we could do about it.
I still got my shit too.
It was already out.
Still got my double CD, my Trouble
Man, I had somebody one time I was out. Where was I? I was out somewhere in New York, and a girl, she was like, "What's up, troublemaker, bad guy?" I knew her though.
Yeah,
I knew her though.
Yeah,
but I ain't knew she knew. She was like, "Yeah, I still got that CD." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, bro.
I'm like, she like,
it's classic. Shit is timeless. That shit is timeless.
It was a double CD project. So.
Timeless.
Yeah,
double CD,
double CD joint.
Shit was dope.
Yeah,
all right.
It told a lot of it gave detail to a lot of information at that time because we had like a lot of tragedies that happened at that time. Like we lost some brothers, a lot of stuff that we was into that was going on. So that's why it was called Sad New Year's.
Yeah.
Because like everything that was transpiring was leading up into the new year. And it was like we about to drop this CD New Year, but it's like it wasn't a happy New Year for us.
Right.
It was a sad New Year for us. So that's why we called it Sad New Year.
Right. That was a classic. It's a classic, bro. That was a classic. So
you.
now we're gonna get into the EA All Day.
Okay.
You heard? Like the EA All Day, and it's dope how you just broke down, you know what I mean, the past. So now we're going switch over to the future.
Yeah, fast forward, man. Right now. I'm a better human being now, man. I'm much better than I was back then.
Right. So give us a spill. Give us a spill on EA All Day, like the whole thing that you got going on.
So EA All Day is basically just a neighborhood. You know, it's like it's always been a thing before me.
Okay.
So it's like it's something that just been handed down. I just came up with the idea to brand it, you know.
Right.
Maybe I'm not gonna say I came with it with the idea. Other people may have had the idea to brand it, but they never like acted on it. I just had the idea and I actually acted on it.
Dope.
So it's more like us, you know, coming from the neighborhood that we come from, you know, with like all the changes going on. You know, we see a lot of new faces in the neighborhood because like people like move and, you know, but we all still stay connected. And this is how we stay, you know, we stay connected through EA all day. Cause that's like our thing. That's like a saying, you know, EA all day, wherever you at. EA all, if I see you, you from EA all day when I see you. Or wherever it's going down. Yeah. So it was like, I think it's a good idea to brand the community, you know, and create something positive, you know, and like transitioning, you know, from the past, the things that used to happen, and you know, being as though we made it this far into this point is like, you know, it's only right we build something positive behind it, you know.
Right, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, so that's the whole goal, and like, you know, and it's like just taking care of the neighborhood, you know, trying to, well, not trying, actually doing it, you know, doing the work required, you know, to like make the neighborhood better for the youngest that's in the neighborhood now.
What made you want to take that? What made you want to take that leadership and just say, you know what, I'm about to just tap in and try to,
what was it?
You know what I mean, and do shit and do stuff for the
community. Because I want to say, for personally, is because like I lost time with like teaching people under me. You know what I mean? Like other than because I even though I had like street knowledge and like I made it out of that, there was always another side of me, you know?
Right.
Like, and that was like the positive side. Like I would say like the professional side of me. It was like I didn't really get a chance to give like youngins that was coming up under me, give them that experience. Right. Because I was gone for a while. So it was like after I came back, you know, transition, you know, did the right things, it was like, all right, you know, I gotta like reach out, you know, and like show like, look, this is what I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. You know, so it's like when you got brothers out there selling drugs and you got the youngest watching them and they telling them not to do it, but they doing it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So this is like the positive side of it. It's like this is what I'm doing, and I'm not telling you what to do, but this is what I'm doing. This is the direction that I want to go in with the neighborhood, you know, and follow suit. You know?
And what's some of the things you got coming up in the near future with EA All Day?
Right now it's just basically branding the neighborhood right now. You know, like letting it be known that, you know, we're a community that exists, a neighborhood that exists, and we for our people and we for all other people who are about peace, regardless of like where you from, with your religion, culture, whatever it is. If you about positivity and doing positive things, that's the type of time we on, you know. So, and I want to say more like an educational experience. So it's like providing like financial literacy and stuff like that to youngins in the neighborhood. So like having people come out, speak to them, you know, or taking them on like field trips and things like that, where they can learn these type of things. You know, even with me, like in my career, you know, as like a laboratory scientist, you know, teaching them things about that, like the career path. Yeah, you can have a career path, but you, in the event of having a career path, because a lot of times I feel like with the young people today, like everybody is so inspired to like start their own businesses and do things like that, which is cool. That's cool, but it's like if you have something that you're passionate about, you know, you could also like do things in the career world too, because everybody don't want to be entrepreneurs. Some people, you know, want to be lawyers. You know, some people want to learn trades and do HVAC and things like that, electrician. Some people want to be doctors. You know, so it's like depending on what you want to do, it's like this is what you have to do to get to that point. You know what I mean? So I could say that I experienced that. So I know what it's like, you know, to have to like fix a resume up. You know, how to go on an interview and like not just say, all right, I went on the interview, you're going to wait for them to call. So it's like, no, you're not waiting for them to call. You got to follow up on the interview. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you got to reach back out to them.
You got to reach out to them. You got to send those thank you notes in, you know, for even giving you the time to interview, giving you the opportunity for the interview. So things like that, like, you know, small things like that. And I feel like that's more of like education. So basically like more of an educational experience. That's what we wanted to be.
That's definitely needed. That's definitely
that work
needed.
For any young person that's watching. It worked. You know what I mean? You got an interview. call them the day after, or even when you get home.
Yeah.
I like to appreciate, the time you gave me for the interviews. It goes a long way. I got the position I got now because of that. After I did that, he hit me like, "Yo, I'm glad you called with that, this and that." Boom, and gave it to me.
I do that with BarTawk. After every episode, when people touch down, they get back to their cribs. The next day, yo, good looking for coming through. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate.
Yeah, it shows.
You know what I mean?
It
you
shows
taking that ride to even come up there.
It shows professional etiquette. That's
right.
And when a person sees that, it's like that could be like the main thing that gets you the job. You may not even have no experience in that trip in that field, but you probably apply for the job. And they're like, you know what? I like this guy. He followed up, or I like her. This young lady, she followed up.
Right.
Let's give him a shot.
Right.
We could train him and get him to where he need to be in a matter of time. And and even for like people that want to like take up trades or because I always encourage people like whatever it is you want to do in life, like get into it as soon as possible. Because the sooner you get into it, the more experience you have in the field, the more knowledge you learn over time. So it's like with kids going into like college, or even if you starting as low as like elementary school.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you have an idea of what you want to do, that's what you got to work on with them, and then and if that's something that they don't want, they realize that's something that they don't want to do later on. Well, you kind of have a path to follow, to figure out if that's what you want to do.
Right.
Whether it be like internships, like volunteering and stuff like that. Yeah. Because even after like experiencing incarceration, and then I knew I always wanted to be like in the healthcare field. So it was more like, all right, this is my opportunity, Allah, gave me another chance with my life, so this is what I'm gonna do. So how I started was volunteering. Like I wasn't even getting paid for work, but just by me volunteering in something that I'm passionate about, it led me, to getting a job in the field.
Dope.
And I got to learn and get the education behind it too.
That's dope.
Going to school and that. So I encourage that for all young people. Like whatever it is you want to do with your life, get into that field. It's internships out here. It's all kinds of like volunteer opportunities.
Word.
I know a lot of y'all don't. I know a lot of them don't want to be working for free. Like what?
Yeah.
Working for free, but
it's paying dues, man. That's paying dues.
Tell them this part, because this part don't get spoke about a lot. From the street to what you're doing now, what the peace of mind is like. From living that street life, worried about jail, stick up kids, this, that, to now you're doing all positive. Because they look at the fast money and the fast things that people acquire, and they turn around and they look at, oh, he used to, he washed up, he working now, he's square, he do this, do that.
Yeah.
But yet, that peace of mind is worth way more than all that. Definitely. And you start building more.
Definitely. I think I guess myself, like I enjoyed the experience of it, like the change. Like it was, don't get me wrong, it was frustrating in the beginning.
Of course.
And I was like, yo, I would be super frustrated because it's like, yo, I'm like
used to everything coming fast.
Yeah, I'm used to everything coming fast.
That check or that volunteer, it goes fast. Then,
like before I left, I had like a little bit of money, so that's why I was able to. But some people don't have that. They may not have a little bit of money, but they have family that'll support you. Right. If your family, that's one thing I know. Like while I was like doing all the street stuff, my family wasn't off me.
Yeah.
But once I started doing the right things, like they just throw opportunities at me. If I probably won't even need it, like here, take that, because they see that I'm doing the right thing now.
Exactly.
So that also motivated me and inspired me to keep going. So I was like, man. I'm asking myself, like, yo, if this is something I really want to do, I'm like, I don't mind doing it for free.
Yeah.
So I did that for like 2 years. Yeah, like I had a job too.
Yeah.
But I started out volunteer. Like when I first came home, I was like working a warehouse job. But how I worked it was while I was on the inside, I got in touch with like the guidance counselors from like the school.
Right.
Because I already knew, like once I was in there, I already knew like it's a wrap.
Right.
It's over. Like I knew it was over. I ain't gonna lie, I tried though when I came.
Yeah.
I tried a little bit, and it was like, because Cause I'm used to it going fast. It's like I'm sitting outside. It's taking me longer to sell something that I could have sold in 5 minutes 5 years ago. You know what I mean? Like this is not it. That's how I know. I'm like, nah, this ain't working. It's taking too long to move it.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's when I really knew it was over. I'm like, it's over. I can't do that no more.
Yo, it's dope.
It's your hustle. See, the thing is, niggas who sell drugs and shit like that, and I'm not judging nobody. I'm not, get your money, do what you gotta do. Been there, done that. But the thing is, that's not the hustler. The hustler is the fiend. They bust their ass going to scrape this money, and you just sitting there with what they got, what they want.
That's a fact.
And they bring that money back to you. So it's like the fiend is the most powerful motherfucker. Because this nigga that's selling this shit, he just sitting there with his hand.
Not a hustler.
He's waiting. Them fiends is the hustlers. They go clean your house. They go steal your shit. They go do whatever they want to do.
Because I was mowing lawns.
Yeah.
I was doing my store errands. That's how I used to get my money.
So touching on what you were saying, when shit moving slow, you start thinking about it. Like, hold on. I gotta change this up. I got to move this shit.
One day I'm on the block, right? I'm like, because I already knew, I'm like, yo, let me just get a few dollars, you feel me? So I could like be good. Because I had some, but I was like, I want to be like good.
Yeah.
So my plan was like to do like a little 6-month thing. I don't know if man. Tries laughing. You know that 6 months. Like, yo, all right, boom. 6 months, I'm gonna go super hard and I'm done. You feel me? Man, I ain't even make it through a month. Not even a week. I'm like, yo, I got all my big bro hit me. I'm like, bro, this shit is not. It's not it, right? And then like y'all hood was the only hood that still had $10 money at that time. That's why I used to be called like, yo, y'all still be outside? Niggas like, yo, we don't even be outside. I'm like, damn.
Shit crazy.
So that's when I realized like, yeah, it's over. I'm done, man. And I just went on, take that train to New York, you know what I mean? Get it. I was working at Bellevue. I was volunteering at Bellevue Hospital in New York.
Dope.
I started out as a volunteer there, then went to the intern, then got a job.
Yeah, because they see you working for free and you busting your ass, and it's like, yo, I'm not getting an
intern. And then I wasn't even like, I was so happy that I was in the hospital doing that. It was like I wasn't even at first. I forgot what I was doing in there.
Yeah.
So the coordinator like, yo, like, I know like you want to work. Like we can find you something to do up here. I'm like, yeah. She like, yeah, I'll find something for you. I'm like, okay. She's like, I'm gonna talk to whoever. She like talked to them or whatever. She's like, all right, come to this department at this time. And I ended up in the trauma center, like the ED in the trauma center. And I'm like, I would get a job. This is where they would have me working at. People getting shot and everything. And they coming in, we bring them in. But it was an experience though. But
that's to let people know. Listen, sometimes you got to do shit for free to get where you need to be at, man. Especially in that field, man.
And apply that same pressure that you apply to that block.
Yeah.
Treat everything the same way, whether it's a job, whether you know what I mean, it's the music or whatever you're doing. Put that same aggression, that same hustle, and that dedication. You jump up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to try to beat everybody outside to get your shit off.
Yeah, that was me.
Jump up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and go to work.
Word up.
Or to put it into your own brand or whatever you're doing. Put that same effort into it. And I promise you something gonna happen.
Word, for sure.
I mean,
for sure.
Don't stop.
For sure.
Yeah, I feel like with the young people, it's more like I think it's more like it's like the being like, cause you know a lot of times they hear it. You know, like the young people, they hear what everybody's saying. Like it's like I feel like with us, like being elders, is like you kind of like isolate yourself from the responsibility by saying that they don't want nothing. It's like you can't sit here, even if a joker on the block, young boy on the block, he hustling, he wants something. You can't just say that he don't want nothing. Like you gotta just, pull him to the side, talk to him. You don't gotta tell him that he don't need to be doing that. He already know that. He know that. He know that already. So it's just like you just gotta show him something different. It's not even about telling. It's just showing like, yo, hop in the car with me real quick. Come with me here. We gonna go there or do something like that.
And I think that's dope what you're doing with EA all day, because that's showing You know what I mean? That's showing, even though you came from that, that's showing the kids and shit like that in your neighborhood something different, bro. Like,
absolutely,
for real.
Absolutely.
That's fire. That's
Absolutely.
fire. And it was even dope how you turned your party into a, you know what I'm saying? You turned your birthday party into
that's how I wanted it to be.
A promo thing for your company.
For the
and that's
neighborhood.
fire. That's fire.
So I came through there for a minute. It was lit.
It was definitely a lot of people.
It was a nice spot too.
Yo, my bad again. My apologies to everybody. I was late, man. But I was there originally before everybody. It was just that I had to go grab some chairs. And the chairs was like almost an hour away from where the spot was. Yeah, because that was North. I had to go to Union. I had to go to Union, pick up the chairs, bring them back, then go.
Yeah, but we were still in the building.
I appreciate everybody
for real.
Thank you for everybody.
Word up.
For real, I appreciate that. Everybody who donated, showed love, came through. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted it to be like a reunion / everybody get together that I rock with.
Yeah. So. And it was definitely dope shit. We even got to meet some of your peoples that we didn't know out there, you know what I mean? Because we from the north side and they don't know how to get around over there. So like, we
walked them all the way to the liquor store. You know what I mean? Make sure they got they right. They know where the liquor store was at.
She's like, you remember your peoples? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I like them. They cool.
Yeah,
we walked to the liquor store, made sure they got right, came on back.
For sure, man. For sure,
Taking care of the Southside.
For sure.
They don't really, a lot of people don't even really know that connect. Like that. They don't really know.
I seen a lot of familiar faces that I know, but I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I remember back in the day when we used to be coming through the hood, like I used to have like my little cousins, they used to all went, I'm like, nah, y'all can't come out here. Not over here. This is a different world over here. I'm like, cause I always felt like if something happened to them, I'm gonna be responsible for it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I never wanted that.
Word.
So I'd be like, nah, I'll see y'all when I get back.
Word.
You know what I mean? Like,
for sure. So what
different world where I'm going now.
So what could they expect from EA All Day, man, in the coming up in the future, man, after this episode? You know what I'm saying?
This episode, we planning a field trip for like families and like children in the neighborhood. As I was saying, like financial literacy. And we trying to figure out whether or not we want to do that. So we might go, it's this place out in Edison called Financial Park.
Okay.
We might end up doing that, or we might just have the speakers come to the neighborhood because they have a clubhouse in Weekway Park now.
Yeah.
So we might just pay, like, rent out the space and have them come there.
Right.
And like have like refreshments and stuff like
that. And that's all invited, right? That's for everybody.
Yeah, that's for anybody.
Keep me informed, yo, because I want to definitely come through there.
Word up.
If we going over to Edison or they come to Weekway Park, let me know. I want to go.
Exactly, definitely. We just did a pizza giveaway. That joint was lit.
Yeah.
It was
down in
turnout.
Down over there.
Turnout.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
There was like 50 boxes of pizza, like 50 pies. We start get like juices, waters, and stuff like that. We got a lot of people. Thank you for everybody that donated too to help out with that.
Word, that's dope, man.
If you donated, even if you donated anything that's back in whatever we have going on with EA All Day, we really appreciate it.
Word.
Well, I say everything help. It don't always have to be money. Sometimes it's just your time.
Your time. That's
what I mean.
We had people that just came, threw gloves on.
Yeah. It don't take much to support.
Yeah, that's fire.
It don't.
That's fire.
Like, just show up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's one thing.
Get in when you fit in. Somebody, hey, yo, can you grab that? Hey, you there? You helping out?
You can bring forks and napkins.
Word up.
Handy, man.
Yeah,
I'm also planning to do a podcast too.
Okay.
Hey.
We're gonna do something next month. But
the
whole goal of it, we don't even have a name.
You don't have a name yet?
Yeah, for now, it's gonna be EA All Day.
Hey, let us know so we can plug it. Right now is EA All Day. It might change, it might not.
It might change, it might not. But the EA All Day podcast is definitely coming. And that's for, regardless of whether you're young or you older. It's just we trying to make it a environment where people could come and talk about whether they have issues or like whatever it is they want to talk about.
Right.
As long as it's something positive.
Right.
And I'll say this.
We definitely coming up.
Don't be scared to come up because the simple fact that you're not the only one in this world. So you got to think about it. whatever you're going through, somebody done been through it, somebody going through it now, somebody about to go through it.
Yeah, I'm really encouraging the youngins though. I want to get them, you know, to express themselves more, because I feel like that's what we gotta.
And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's the younger ones.
It's like shun to like express yourself.
I think it's so. I don't know what it is, because we came up, I didn't see too much of it, but now the youngins, it's like, even with the bullying, then somebody kill themselves. They depressed, they kill themselves, and it's like, I don't know where that part came from, and I know it's a serious issue, but it's like, yo, talk to somebody, please.
Yeah, I know as men, when we come, like as young boys, when you come up, you kind of taught like to disregard your emotions and your feelings.
Like yeah, but
which is good to a degree. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's good to a degree. But as you get older, you have to learn how to like, and not even just express yourself. You gotta be able to express yourself in like a way where you're not offending nobody. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you're really not offending the person, because sometimes the way you say something, it could come off offensive, even though you may not mean it to come off that way. Right. It still come off.
I'm working on that.
Right.
I'm working on that. My shit raw.
Word up. Yeah. Word up. So
even with dealing with go. Even with dealing with like post-traumatic stress, you know what I mean? Like a lot of times, I know everybody dealing with it now. Right. You know, coming out of the pandemic situation, but I know like I always dealt with it, but I never been like afraid to talk about it. But you know, you got a lot of people, they probably be afraid to talk about it, or they probably don't even know that that's what they're experiencing. You know? Right. So hell that platform is for that. It's kind of like you come and get some type of mental stability. That's dope. You know, or emotional stability. You know, like that's dope. And that's what it is. We don't want to be talking about what other people got going on. It's just about like helping each other heal, you know, and get better.
That's dope.
Just don't forget our invite. We coming up. Coming up.
Word up.
I could talk.
Yeah, definitely.
Word up, man. Definitely, yo. So
especially everybody we rock with, we definitely encouraging everybody to come
here, man. It's a connection.
Take my face is unapproachable.
Because you get that, you know, you get the different perspectives. And that's what's important, you know, because sometimes people may not, you know, they might feel comfortable with talking to this person or talking to that person, but you know, they may not even talk to their parents about what they're going through.
Nah, for real.
I mean? It's one of the hardest to talk to your parents. You know what I mean? I always had a struggle talking to my parents about, you know, shit I was definitely going through. And I say with my kids, but I'm happy that they talk to somebody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you know what I mean? Whether it's, you know, mother, stepmother, whatever it is, it's like talk to somebody.
See, I never would see back when I was like young and all of them, like around that time when all of that was transpiring, I was quiet. But I was quiet because it was like, you know how you grow up and you be like, yo, because when I was like real little, I always say with something like, oh, this person doing this or this person doing that. Right. So my father would be like, yo, why you always saying what somebody else doing? What you doing? You know what I mean? So like it kind of like registered me like, yo, just, you know what I mean, shut your mouth sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was like I grew up quiet, but then it used to like scare people, you know what I mean? Because they was like, yo, why you don't never talk, bro? What's wrong with
quiet,
you? Like you too quiet. So I'd be like, nah, man, I got money on my mind.
Maybe like you was setting some shit up, like your family over there quiet as hell.
Nah, Vince used to be like that too. Like, yo, why you don't talk, man? He'd come up to me like, yo, why you don't talk, man? I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't want to talk, man. I'm on money time right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's crazy because I had a conversation with my ex-girlfriend back then. Like, that was like my first love. And she used to be like, yo, like, you never like want to open up. Like, you never used to tell me nothing. But in my mind, I never used to tell her anything because if whatever she don't know, she can't tell.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right,
that was like my mentality of it. Yeah. But for her, it was like I shut her out, you know. So she was like, that's how she felt. She was like, yeah, you never really like talk to me or tell me what you. I was like, because I was doing things that was illegal back then, and I didn't want you to know about it. But she didn't understand that then. I didn't understand the emotion, how it made her feel back then. But recently. Well, not recently, probably like last year I had talked to her And that was like, it was like a therapy session. I don't know if it was for her, but I know it was for me. Because she started telling me about myself. Like, yeah, you was like this and you was like that. And I'm like, damn, I was. You know, like, that's how I was. Like,
for sure. Word up.
And that just came from, like, you know, like you said, like, stop being soft. Like, you don't need to, like, show no emotion. And then after a while, when, like, certain things start happening, you just become numb to certain things. Like I mean, it's sad, but that's how it be. You just be like, oh, all right, whatever. That situation happened. You seen that happen before over 1,000,000 times. It's like, yeah, but dealing with, we deal with that post-traumatic stress, man, is real.
Word up. Yo, man, this shit was dope, man. This was a dope.
Yo, we done.
You know what
I'm saying? Talking about this was.
Nah. You still got more? You still want?
Yo, you want to spill?
You want to spill? What's up?
No. Hey, go ahead. Do what you was gonna do. My bad.
Nah, they your bad, bro. Like, nah, we just love up here. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's up?
Nah, because I don't know what you was about to say, so my apologies. I ain't mean to cut you off.
Nah, I'm saying this
just sounded like you was about to end it, though.
Nah, this is a dope. This is a dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a dope sit down, bro. This is a different sit down. That we talking without, you know what I'm saying, without the bars and all that, and you really touching on shit that nobody never really came up here and touched on.
Bars, though. We give bars.
Yeah, real jewels, like real jewels. Real jewels. Hell
in the street that people don't talk about, or people don't have somebody talk about when they going through all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The stress, the depression, and shit like that.
I still, like, man, it still be some things that bother me from back then, you know, that I was involved in, or something I did, or something I seen somebody else do, or something I seen happen to somebody.
You know, like, so is it like therapy for it, or like how you deal with that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause some people try to stay busy and try to, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's more of a just first coming to the conclusion to admitting that that's what you actually experiencing. So that's what you have experienced.
Right.
And then, like, figuring out how to deal with it. Because a lot of times people be like, oh, you need to go see a therapist and all this and that, but you may not be comfortable with seeing the therapist.
Right.
You know what I mean? You might need a session like this.
For sure.
To speak up.
For sure. Hell yeah.
It's people that's more relatable to you versus a professional in that field talking to you. And it's like, you know, you're not really getting no real transparency because you're only talking about feedback. Your experience. It's not like the professional is telling you about their experience and you're sharing. It's a difference, you know?
Right.
So it make a person feel more vulnerable.
Dope.
Yeah, make a person feel more vulnerable. But I just feel like, well, that's part of it, like keeping busy, but not more so keeping busy, but just like acknowledging it, you know, like, and talking about it. Yeah, that's what helped for me. That helped
for
me.
Sure. Admitting that.
Everybody else, because some people they may experience it different, and they may need some people may need a professional to speak to.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what they need. But for me, it's more like just talking about it, or like sharing the experience.
Let me ask you, what when you became vegan, right? Let's talk about some health, like eating good and you know what I'm saying, really keeping your physical and your body where it need to be at.
Man,
like,
that's the best thing I did other than taking my shahada, man. That's you know what I mean?
The transition. What made you say, you know what, I'm about to, because they say you gotta take steps into.
Yeah, you do. So it was
ain't
like,
just, you know what I mean, you can't just jump into it because you will fall off at that point. Like,
well, I want to say it started like being incarcerated and the food that you eating in. So that already put me on the path of where, though, like, when I get out here, I gotta eat better.
Right.
Because I've been eating this for like 30 months.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I need to get out here and get my health back right. Because I know that food that I was eating. You know what I mean? Like, like you get a cup, like the cup of juice. That junk, like, you drink it, the dye be wrapped around the ring, no matter how much you clean it. So imagine when you drink it, it's staining your intestines too. It's going to do the same thing to your intestines that it's doing to the cup.
Right.
So that was like one of the reasons. And then I had moved with my aunt. She's like vegetarian at the time. And she was like, I don't cook no meat up in here. So if you ain't going to be, so I'm like, all right, whatever. You know? So I was eating like I already didn't eat pork.
Right.
Never really was a here and there. I eat like a Italian cheeseburger. You know, those joints used to be rocking back.
Chicken Shack shit.
Chicken Shack food, here and there I eat that. But I was always like a seafood person.
Right.
So that was like the only real thing that I really had to give up in order for me to like transition to vegan.
Right.
But like one time I was in college, right? This when I first started. I started going. I think I probably was like a junior or senior, and I had stopped eating meat. Right, I wasn't eating no meat.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I ate some chicken. Yo, that shit ripped me alive, bro.
Yeah.
Stomach, it felt like my stomach was turning like that. And I want to say I didn't have it for probably about like a month and a half. And I went back to have, because I always like the buffalo wings. You know, I love the barbecue, whatever joint.
Yeah.
The wings. Man, I ate them wings. I was like that. And at that point, I was like, yo, it's over. I can't go back, yo. I can't.
Damn.
Yo, Joe tore me up. And I had that. I experienced it another time. Me and my friends was like making dumplings or whatever. And I made a mistake and ate the chicken ones. Bodied me.
Yeah.
Bodied me, yeah.
So
and
that was like
that shit different when you eating like
because my body is so used to eating like fruits and veggies and like grains and stuff like that.
That should come out easier when you eat that meat after that.
Yeah, it's like yo, what we doing? You know, your stomach talk to you like, what we doing? This what we doing? You doing this to us right now? All right, I got something for you. Turn your
How many years? How many years?
10 years.
Damn.
10 years vegan now, man.
That's dope.
Word, 10 years vegan.
But
I always tell people do not go cold turkey. Everybody be thinking, no, it's a process.
Not with that vegan.
It's a process. You do it gradually.
What type of effects that you know from your body to have once you really got locked in? Like
my energy.
Yeah.
My energy, number one. My digestive system, number two, is great. Just like thinking, everything. I feel like everything just became sharper. Yo, even my vision. Remember, I used to wear glasses.
Yeah.
I don't even be. My junk is. I don't know. I don't know if it's because of that. I don't know
so you ain't go to Del Russo?
I ain't go to Del Russo. Yo, I went to the eye doctor. This was like, I want to say, I probably was like 21. I went to the eye doctor, and I was going there so that he could check to see if I needed to like reduce or increase like the medicine and the lenses.
Right.
He told me I ain't even need the glasses no more.
Yeah.
Word. I was like, what? He like, yeah, you good. And I seen it though, like, cause I remember from like my last time doing the eye exam, I couldn't really see that good. But that time I went. I'm not saying it's because of the vegan diet. I don't know, but
it should have probably been. It could have been.
You'll have people on the street like, you lied.
Yeah, jokers going. Jokers going like, you said that I'm gonna have a better eyesight if I turn vegan.
Right.
Like, don't take my words out of context, please.
You never know, man. You never know. Shit. Especially with the shit they putting in the food now. It's like, you know what I mean? Shit like that shit breaking us down by the day.
Even the vegan food, it's a lot of processed vegan food out there now.
How could you tell the difference though? How do you know what's the process and what's not though?
You know how I know it's not?
I'm saying outside of
it's McDonald's
and some of that.
It's frozen.
It's frozen.
Like I said, I had the plant-based or vegan burgers from the store that's frozen. It's like, Then I got a recipe book upstairs, like 3 of them for beginners, all that.
Yeah.
And they give you the ingredients to put it together yourself.
Yeah.
So when you taste the shit in the store and you taste what you put together yourself,
very different.
Man, I'm not fucking with that no more.
When you making it home, when you making it from scratch like at home, it's like that's like the actual vegan part of it. Like grinding up beans and like putting it together.
Yep.
Mixing it, throwing the veggies,
quino and all that shit in it.
But it's a process though, right?
It ain't that long though.
Yeah, it's not that long. If you want something quick, then you have to do what you're talking about.
Like I got that book upstairs, and I
don't really encourage that. I hear every so often I'll probably have it, but not like too much.
Yeah, you don't OD on it.
Yeah, I don't OD on it.
Right. That's dope, man.
And mainly just be like a lot of like greens, beans, rice, veggies, fruits and stuff like that.
And the shit be rocking. Just like the spot that had on Elizabeth Ave.
The
Healthy Hippie. Bro, you go in there. I took that shit to my mother. My mother from the South, so she fucked with the pork. She pork gobbling. You know what I mean? Had the bacon burger and shit like that. Brought it back to her here, man. And she like, what you mean this ain't meat? Meat. She eating it. They got bacon on it. It's not meat, man. You know what I mean? Yo, every bite, what you talking?
I'm not even gonna lie. I just let people try. I don't even tell them.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, yeah, like, yo, that's vegan, right? Tell them afterwards.
Healthy
Dress experience.
Yo, matter of fact,
I had him on the road.
My cousin, Bud, that nigga like, where you at? I'm like, I'm home. I thought you was down here in Newark. I'm like, nah, what's up? Oh, I drove all the way from Plainfield down here to go to the Healthy Hippie. That shit rocking. You had people traveling from everywhere just driving just to go there.
Yeah, had his run.
Cousin Smurf, Plain, coming straight down there to come get that.
Dope.
Shit was going hard. That shit hard, man.
Dope.
Like, you found the right spot.
I want to try.
You don't even notice that you eat vegan.
Because I had the banana pudding when you were selling the banana pudding. But now I want to try. Yeah, you pulled up to the crib.
Yeah, we bring it. Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, you pulled up to the crib. Yeah.
I definitely had that. We bringing that back.
Yeah.
But everybody be on me about that banana pudding.
You making that shit by
you in the way, bro.
Yeah.
That's how everybody on
you. Be. They be like, yo, you in the way, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't even making no banana pudding. I'm like,
see him pull up, he coming up to show love. Like, you got the
banana pudding?
Nah, man.
Word. I think I remember one time I saw you on the gram. I'm like, yo, for sale. You like, nah, bro. This is person. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm thinking you promo with some shit you about to say. You're like, nah, bro. This promo. This promo. I mean, nah, this personal, bro.
I'm like, nah, this a personal one right here. Because I ain't had none in a long time.
Yeah.
That's just different, though. I ain't gonna lie, it is good.
Come on, man. When you got people,
I'm bringing it back though.
People hitting you for shit like that, it's like, hey, yo,
nah, for real.
Especially when they tell you in the way.
Bring it back. When you bring it back, we bringing some of that up. I meet you in the town, whatever you get it, we bring it up here. We displaying that up here, right? You feel me?
Definitely.
Because I definitely want to put that out there because it's official.
Definitely.
It's definitely official, bro. Word up.
You motherfuckers need it, man. Healthy eating, man. It make you feel better.
I got.
It ain't good for you. It ain't good for you. It's still sweet.
Yeah, when you going too hard on it,
it's
good.
Plant-based. That's the only thing.
It's good though.
You don't overindulge in anything.
Absolutely not.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be bad for you. It's gonna be bad.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I mean? With that lifestyle, it's kind of hard when you know what I mean? It takes discipline. And at the while, it's just like exercise. You sit up there, you forcing yourself to go to the gym. After a while, you can't make it to the gym. You pissed off. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because it's your routine. You're used to it.
Absolutely.
So with that, when you eating like that, like he said, your energy level is up. Yeah. You ain't dragging out the bed no more. You popping up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, you alert. Everything is.
You could be asleep. You could go to sleep at 4:00. If you got to get up in an hour, you gonna get up in an hour.
Yeah,
that's just
and be moving through the day
and just be moving.
But because when you notice it is when you eating like that, and then you go somewhere like a Burger King, Popeyes, or that shit like that. You eat that shit, it body.
The smell of it. The smell. When I smell like that type of food,
you can smell the grease.
I smell. My senses is crazy. So I could when I smell something that's not right. Oh man.
See, when you eat like that though, it becomes hard for you when you go out or when you out on your everyday trying to actually find something to eat, and you start looking at shit. You like, what the fuck is that? So it'd be like, let me get this water.
Yeah.
Let me get this apple water. And word is born, when I started that, all my life, I couldn't stand apples. I was beating them apples up.
Yeah.
Mouth wasn't itching or nothing.
The one thing I say that people may not like or be used to is like the digestive part of it. Because we've so accustomed to eating like all the meats and stuff that you don't move your bowels as often. So when you start moving your bowels often, you think that that's abnormal. Mm-hmm. But that's the way you really supposed to be using the bathroom.
That's how you're supposed to. You're
supposed to be moving your bowels like 2 to 3 times a day.
That's like that red meat. That's
if somebody is doing that. Yeah, if you come off of eating meat and you turn vegan and you always feel like you gotta go to the bathroom, you want to think that you're sick. It's like, nah, that's your body. You know what I mean? You
everything flows through you. the way your intestines is, it's not designed for meat to flow through it. Animals front to back.
It
comes out. Your shit twisting like this. So now when you eating them veggies and shit like that, it flows through you smoother.
Everything flowing through you smoother. Yeah, that's what.
So your system is clean on the inside. Mm-hmm. But when you eating that meat, that shit starts.
You don't smell as foul.
Oh no.
Nah. You know what I mean? It don't smell as foul as it would.
It takes some getting used to because it be different. You like, what the fuck? I'm back here.
Yeah, you got used to. Yeah.
But you ain't straining either.
Nah, that shit's coming out.
It's just coming out. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
How long you did it?
All day.
You shit all day.
I love going to the bathroom, bro.
That's that vegan shit. I'm telling you, I did it for a couple of months.
Cause it'd be like, you gotta think about it. It'd be them times like, say you probably have, if y'all eat meat. I know y'all experience this because I eat meat. I've ate meat. So it's like that time where you gotta go to the bathroom and it's you struggling to get it out, but you ain't eat no veggies though. The veggies is what have your body don't really break down the meat properly the way it's supposed to.
Right.
But that's why you need to have the veggies. And a lot of people don't be eating veggies. So that's why when you
especially them greens,
your bowels, it don't be coming out. You know what I mean? But you need the greens to keep that flowing.
This is the thing. But do it make a difference in blending the greens or is all the same?
I think eating it, because blending it is good too, but I think the actual like chewing it and letting it go down that way, I feel like it's
getting it up in you is still good.
It's getting it as long as you get it in
you. So if you gotta blend it, it's cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the bad part is when you the only one that's doing the vegan thing in your house, I swear, them niggas will eat your shit. And then all that's left is all the meat and all the other bullshit. You like, yo, niggas done ate my vegan cheese.
I go through that with my Obi, man. I go through that with my Obi.
You like, yo, eat your shit.
I'm like, man, I cannot eat everything you eat.
Yeah.
Why you be eating? She's like, it be good.
It be good. They be eating your shit. Yeah. And it's like, I don't mind you eating it, but let's everybody go vegan so then we can all shop this way and everybody eat.
Yo, what was that you had that time? I'm like, bro, when you had, what was it? It's supposed to be shrimp or something?
Where?
I don't know. And it was expired. What was that?
What the fuck was that?
Yo, see, that's why. See, I don't eat.
I went to
I'm very selective. It's vegan. I don't eat everything.
It's a vegan spot.
I just be trying stuff.
But I'll usually go in there and get like little nuts and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then they got the what is it? The chia bowls or whatever.
Oh yeah. Acai bowls.
Acai bowls, that's what it is. Yeah. They have that. So I go in and get that. Chinese lady is like, oh, you hold on. She go to the freezer and she get me this. I don't know if it was shrimp or crab meat. It was something. I don't remember what the fuck it was. I think I threw it in the freezer at the job so anybody to take it. But well, I'm looking at it. It's like frozen already. I'm like, I don't want that. So I take it anyway. I go to the job. I look at it. I start, I'm going around this bitch. Man, that shit was expired like 2 years ago.
Was it supposed to be shrimp or something like that?
Shit, I don't know what the fuck it was. You gonna make me go look.
That joke looks crazy though. But that's how they be coming sometimes.
Trying to just serve shit.
Yeah, trying to give you anything. Shit. Yeah,
thinking you ain't gonna check the date on that motherfucker.
Man, listen.
Yeah, they be wild. Like I be seeing people like having like a hot dog. It's a carrot, but it's supposed to be a hot dog. Like, bro, just eat a carrot, man. Like, why are you trying to eat a carrot hot dog? Like, yo,
carrot hot dog.
Being sometimes on the vegan tip, man.
Just making up shit.
Word,
you found it?
Yeah,
I found it.
Put a carrot.
I was talking before I actually showed it.
Roast the carrot and put it on the hot dog bun. Says
that was the kid bowl that I had right there. You know what I mean? Come on, goddammit. Hold up, I'm about to tell you what it is.
That pink bag. I remember what it was. There you go.
Right
look.
there. Black pepper beef steak.
Oh.
And that, man, it was vegan imitation.
Damn.
You see it? Say vegan imitation on it.
That stuff look like eat that, it will not come out of you.
Come on, man.
He putting that shit on the bag, though.
Word.
Come on, man.
Letting you know it's not vegan, but we tried it.
It's fake vegan.
You know what I mean?
That shit is crazy.
They give it to you.
Hey,
man. I'm very accepting to all that. I'm telling you, whipping it up.
Word up, man.
I whip up a couple meals.
The thing is, when you gotta cook, it is It's not like super time consuming, but you gotta. If you like meal prep it to where
it's shit you gotta put together.
Yeah, you gotta put it together.
The thing is, you're doing it from scratch. So I'm amazed by at the end of it what you actually made and what you took to make that. Because like when I make the burgers, I'm looking like, damn, who would think that these little 5-6 ingredients right here will actually make a fucking burger? Vegan burger. So the book I got up there, it teach you how to make your own milk, your own cheese. So you want to make your macaroni and cheese. Everything is pure vegan, plant-based vegan. So it's like no meat, no dairy, no none of that. You use oat milk.
Yeah, so I got they tell you how to present from my cousin, man, a vegan cookbook. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
She done got me a vegan cookbook.
Before we leave it, I'm gonna show you. I got like 3 books upstairs that I ordered from Amazon.
Oh, you ordered them joints?
Yeah, because the thing is, I wanted to do it, but it was like, man, what the fuck can I eat? What can I? So I'm like, I can't. You know, it's hard to find shit outside when you're going out. Like, I need to eat, and you looking around like, what the fuck I'm about to eat here? So I was like, I gotta cook my own shit.
Yeah.
So that's what made me order the books. Yeah. I ordered the books and I started making my own shit here.
Word.
And when I make shit, them niggas be fucking it up.
Yeah. Everybody gonna eat it.
That shit be pissing me off. I'm like, I got this for the week.
Yeah.
That's for the night.
Especially if they don't feel like cooking.
And then they always say, you think he on that because he ain't. You know how people look at vegan people that's vegan.
Yo, like, this is what I tell everybody about this, man. I could never be one of them type of vegans because I'm not. I used to eat meat, so it's like now that I don't eat meat, I'm gonna look at you crazy because you eat meat. Like, right. I mean, maybe if I was always vegan all my life, maybe I probably would, but I would never. I'm not on that type of time.
Yeah, my thing is do you more for me.
I'm not on that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll
be sitting here.
I'm gonna just keep it 100 though.
Yeah. Word up.
That vegan shit, it takes a lot of discipline because you find out a lot of shit you can't eat. So, you know what I mean? I do, like now, I do a lot of plant-based.
I feel like that's the best part about it to me. Because it's like, it just X out
everything
so
you don't need.
You don't need. So it's like.
But it's like when you was raised up on certain shit.
Like, you can't eat. Like, so we went in the corner store and seen all the cookies. No, I can't eat none of that. So it's like, it's over. I can't eat it. That's it. But if you ain't vegan, you got.
So how was that on the road, man? Y'all traveling, going to Texas and all that. Man, how was it?
We was cooking. Sister Aquanita was cooking for us too, man. It was good. Actually,
I'm saying if you vegan, you the only one that was vegan on the bus, right?
I was, yeah.
So how was that? Like,
I think did we go to a spot? I think we ordered some food. We ordered some food, but most of the part we was cooking everything. Like we was going to the like supermarket, bringing it back on the RV and like cooking.
So y'all was cooking on the RV?
We were cooking on the RV.
Oh, that's fire.
We was cooking on the RV.
Huh? It's loosening up the eggs and all.
Yeah, word. Yeah, but I ain't really like that. I just did it because but I wouldn't normally eat that. Cause I'm like, come on.
Yeah. But you got to make way for it.
Yeah. It was cool for the time.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, how was you?
It got a different taste to it.
Yeah, I'm like, I wasn't off of that.
Yeah, I fuck with it. I keep the bottle in my refrigerator. Yeah, I fuck with it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I fuck with it. You know what I mean?
I do the tofu, like the scrambled.
That's one thing I never really fucked with was the tofu. I never got into it.
If you get somebody that can cook it real good.
What is tofu? What is that?
It's like a soybean. You know them blocks of it look like a sponge. It's like a white sponge.
That's what look like a white sponge. That's why I said I never got into it.
I don't know what it is.
It's basically like processed soybean. That's all it is.
Damn.
Yeah,
if I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah. I never got into it. The tofu I always looked at it was like, let me just go ahead and get this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I gotta try something, man. So the best thing is to get your own and just make your
own. To me,
You know what I mean? To get the official.
Because you know what? Because the thing is, you don't know how long that shit even been frozen or what the fuck they even did to it. At least when you got all your raw ingredients and you putting it together, that's what you made.
Yeah.
That's what you made.
Dope. That's dope.
Telling you.
Man, them people be.
I want to try something, man. Word up. I want to try something. For real. I really want to, you know what I mean? Because I hear the Impossible burgers and all that shit like that.
They'll be all
right. I ain't never.
I do it once in a while.
Lately, I had to question the kitchen because the other night when me and me and Liz went to go eat at Applebee's, they got the Impossible Burger there, but then you can make any one of their burgers Impossible Burgers for like an extra $3.
Oh yeah.
I made that shit Impossible Burger. I had to send that motherfucker chick back to the kitchen. I said, you sure this is not meat? They're like, yo, the cook. I asked him. He checked it again. It wasn't meat. It's not meat. You got the Impossible Burger. Yo, their Impossible Burgers are so fucking impossible. You think them motherfuckers is meat? Yeah,
that mean they cooking good.
I think that's you gotta
cook that joint well done for you to get like that real. Yeah. Because if not, it's going
But a lot of Impossible, like when you look at it, when you making it like that process shit, it'll tell you even though it's pink around the sides, it's still done. But when you make your shit yourself,
my joint gotta be burnt.
That shit is done. Yeah.
He said my joint gotta be burnt.
Gotta be burnt. That's the only way I'm doing it. I ain't super well done.
Yeah.
I know they be looking at me in spots like, cook, burn that joint. I want it to come out.
I don't want nothing.
You better go on my Instagram, see me whipping that damn burger up. Yeah. Come on, man.
I had a nice run where I was like going crazy on social media.
Yeah.
Everything. I don't know if you remember that.
Hell yeah.
I was like cooking. Yeah. That's because I had idle time to do that.
Yeah, word up.
I'm looking. I got a couple of meals up here, man. I got one of my favorite, the coconut cauliflower. Man, these shits go hard.
Yo, I got a question for you. So what was it like? Remember, so when we met you, right, and then we hop on the track with us, like. What was your thoughts go? Like, what was
I was ready for that shit. I had the verse ready and everything. It was just, and I had a verse that was just there. Like, so whenever, you know what I mean? Like that I never used and all that.
Like that same energy you got
hell
like, you always had that. That's what I always loved about
that's why when the opportunity came, I'm like, oh hell yeah, say no more. Let's do it. Like we doing this shit right now.
You like,
I'm like, hell yeah. Word up. Word up, I did that shit. That shit was, man,
that joint made the mixtape, right?
Yeah, I think so, yo. Me, you, and Spoons, yeah. Word up, that shit was fire, bro. And I appreciated y'all even inviting me to get on the track, because y'all can only thought that I was dope to even, you know what I'm saying, do that. But then at the same time, I'm thinking that same shit about y'all, like, yo, these niggas fire.
See, I couldn't escape that Styles. Everybody kept telling me I sound like Styles P, man. I ain't like that.
Nah, man.
I used to get that
sounded
a lot.
like you, bro.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you sound like you.
Like, even with my cousins and them, they be like, yo, you sound like Styles. I'm like, yo, somebody else tell me.
My cousin used to say, my cousin G used to be like, yo, this nigga, he said you reminded him of Habit.
Oh, Habit? Yeah. I can see that.
Back then, he used to be like, yo, this nigga reminds me.
Because Habit used to be detailed with his wordplay too.
Yeah, your tone and everything. Just, you know what I mean? It was just fire.
Habit was nice, man. A lot of people say Habit was nice.
Yeah, Habit tough.
Habit was tough.
I don't fuck with Mob Sleep.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't fuck with him.
Man, they had the mute. They had it for a minute. They
had y'all. That shit.
No. They had the choke.
They had the game.
They had y'all.
They had the rap game.
They had y'all. They never had.
Yo, is he serious right now?
He dead serious. He dead serious.
He's
not, bro. Don't do that.
They had y'all. They never had me.
Yo, he can't.
Never had me.
All right, besides you, they had
y'all.
Yeah.
They had
before Jay got it. They had it.
Jay even meant that shit like, yo, niggas.
Before Jay got it, they had it. Jay came and did what he did.
No, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 though. For real. They had y'all. They ain't had me.
But they probably had you, but they had the streets.
I sat there and started listening to
they had the streets.
Prodigy book that I did the audio version. Listen to it while I'm riding to work. So then it started made me pay attention. I started going in there. And I got one of these songs I'm about to use. So yeah.
Oh nah.
Yeah.
Oh
see
nah.
that? See that?
Nah.
Yeah.
Hey yo, nah.
Yeah. I got one of these songs I'm about to use.
I can't wait to hear what song this is.
Yeah. It's a dope one. It gotta be a dope one because you want to use it.
But it ain't nothing that.
It's something you want to use though.
Yeah, I'm about to do that. Yeah.
Hold up. I can't wait to see this shit.
Don't get it fucked up because I can't use some other shit. But
No. Use that. I need to hear.
I'm gonna use that.
I need to hear, man. Use that. I need
to
hear.
You hear about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks you hear.
Because they was the only ones. They were the only ones that.
I think I know what you might be saying. I don't know.
You know.
You saying 2 weeks? I'm thinking like.
Yeah, you know what
I think I might have an idea of what track he could buy.
That's the only one.
Don't know. I really don't know what track it is.
Yeah, but you know what? You know.
It might be that.
You know what I'm about to do in about 2 days.
Listen.
So with that shit playing, when we move through the airport, like
was it just them on it? It was just them two on it, or was somebody else?
I think it's just them two on there.
He don't even know.
I don't know because I don't fuck with him like that, but I think it's just them two on there. And the crazy part about it, I only like really the hook, but it made me listen to the verses. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. I can rock with that. I'm rocking with that.
The reason why I always respected and loved Mobb Deep because the way they articulated the streets in their songs, nobody was doing that.
No, he wasn't.
They wasn't really. They was giving you like
different. He was different.
I don't know.
I used to be like, yo,
motherfucker on that summer jam.
They started. I was at that one. I was there.
Yeah. You was there? You felt some type of way?
I ain't feel no type of way. I just was like, damn,
shocked, right?
Like that. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
I wish I would have saw that.
Yeah,
shit.
we was they went crazy. Everybody.
I wish I'd have.
Yeah, we was at that.
That's the shit he brought Michael Jackson out. Is that the same
Michael
one?
Out? I don't remember him bringing Michael out. Did he had the this one he had the New York Giants jersey on, the throwback.
Yeah, I think so. I think
he probably did. He probably did. Yeah.
I saw the clip of Michael Jackson. I didn't see
that.
He did.
Yeah. He did come out.
He came
out. He waved his hand or whatever. Yeah. He came out.
Niggas had Mike up there and shit.
Yo, that one was official.
That was official.
It was.
Nas and Puff did their thing.
Where we at?
How we doing?
155.
All right. Yeah, man. Word up, man. So, you know what I mean?
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Y'all inviting us to y'all's hood, man. I know I always say it.
Yeah, for sure.
I always appreciated
for
that.
Sure, for sure,
for real.
Bro.
Because that meant a lot. Because, like, even though we was in, like, other neighborhoods, we never been, like, that far over. Yeah, it was always.
You think about it, that's a long way over.
Come over, it's like a whole nother world.
It's like a whole
that you didn't know existed.
So when Joke is like, I'll be in the hood, I'm like, man, I'm about to go to the north side. It's like, yo, you going down Grafton? Like, that's home for me now.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
So
that's like, all the way on the other side. You don't realize that shit until you get older and got to drive from one end to the other end. It's like, damn, I'm about to go all the way on the other side of town. That's how it was
the night of the party. I'm like, yo, I gotta really drive all the way back over here, then drive back.
That's how I felt nice to be down. What's that? Riverview and Higher Court and all that shit down there. I just feel like,
oh yeah, that's a different.
Where the South Side? Where do the South Side stop at? Where the beginning stop? When you heading over that way, Clinton Ave.
Yeah, after you leave Clinton Ave, that's it.
Okay.
Because it's Clinton. Once you go past Clinton Ave, the South Side is over. So the South Side go from Clinton to Hillside.
So that hit once you hit that, that's like probably central.
It's not wide. It's long.
Got you.
Okay.
Got you.
So we go from Irvington, from that borderline to Irvington, like where that what did I say? You know where like the old path mark was that?
Yeah.
And before you go over that bridge,
yeah.
So it like that's it right there.
Okay.
It's Irvington, and then it go all the way down to Elizabeth Avenue.
So that's Chancellor, Lyons.
Yeah, so you get the Chancellor, Lyons, all of that down to it, and then it goes as far as like I think that's like Grumman Ave or Care Ave.
Right, yeah.
Before you cross over and get into Hillside.
And then the courts, Penn and all that shit is right, Southside and all that.
What's that?
Penn and Court.
Nah. That ain't Penn and Court. That's east.
That's
Okay.
You going into the Eastwood when you
once you cross some train tracks, the bridge and all that, and going down.
What's the other court down there that's considered? Ain't none of them courts down there considered South?
No.
Yeah.
Well, Dayton.
Okay.
That's back that way though.
But Dayton that's closer to.
You talking about? What he talking about is across the tracks, across McCarthy Highway.
Once you cross that,
all right.
That's back down.
Yeah, but the South Side though, I always like the South Side. I don't know. Yeah. Just when I got to the north side, I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Word up. And you had your party on the north side.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh shit, you have your shit on that
north
side.
I told you.
Oh, that's dope.
Like,
Word up.
It's gonna be on the north side.
That's dope.
Word. I popped through. I popped out.
Word.
You know, I'm coming out. We had some nights out there down Grafton, man. Crazy.
Shit was a nice turn.
Different world.
Word up. Across them tracks, ain't want to go back.
I was about to say that. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Word up. What you
got?
go back across. Word up. That's for niggas and females.
Yeah. And we used to love seeing y'all when y'all pull up. We love that shit. Like, Word up. That shit was always dope.
Do whatever y'all want to do out here. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to y'all. Like, word is
born? Was dope, man.
All right, say no more.
Word up.
It used to be funny. I remember my cousin telling me, like, yo, y'all be all the way over there now. Y'all don't even.
That's
hey, yo.
It's a ride, bro.
It's different, man.
That's a ride. Word up. Word up. Yeah. So what's up? Where we at on the time?
We had 2 hours now, man.
All right. You know,
this usually, okay.
We good. We about to, you know what I mean, wrap it up and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yo, this episode was official. We got into a lot of jewels. We talked about a lot, man. You feel me? A lot of stuff with the community. You know what I mean? And all that, man. The homie Fran, his upbringing and all that. Shit was definitely legit, certified. This your homie, bro, Gutter. Young men from the projects with a vision to better our circumstances, building from the ground up, putting 10 on everything, putting that fly shit on, jumping in front of cameras. We got our Southside guy, EA all day in the motherfucking building.
We here.
This was another official episode of BarTawk. Y'all know this shit, man. Salutes to the guys, baby. Salutes, man. Appreciate you again, bro.
I gotta drop my jewel too.
Don't forget to have. Don't forget. I got it. But don't forget to have us up. I mean, whatever you doing in the community, EA all day, whatever.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Let us know. Send that information up, and we'll plug that in and put it out there. You know what I mean?
We supporting it. We supporting it to the max, bro. We supporting it to the max.
That's it. You moving over here, you going to Edison, you coming down there, whatever you got going. Just hit us, let us know, man. Tell me, I'm all about the positive.
Matter of fact, we going. I think it's the May 12th and May 13th. That's when we going to start doing like the first podcast, like recording and stuff. Like that. So if y'all want to come to any one of those,
we ain't gonna come to those. Yeah, we ain't gonna come to that one.
Right.
I'm gonna be out the country.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean?
I'll still pull up. After
that, I let me know. I definitely want to come through, man.
Word up. I still pull up. Word up. Just send the location, man. You know what I mean? We coming through there to support, man.
Thank you.
Word up. I come up again.
And y'all always invited. It's not like no.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we doing something.
For sure.
Hit me up like, yo. Yeah, y'all can come through.
Word up. Sure. Word up, yo. BarTawk.